Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Big Blue in the Bronx channel. Also, the Pinstripes and Piles Drivers channel that's being broadcast on as well. We are back for another baseball stream. First, believe if for the Big Blue in the Bronx crew, which includes myself, and it's been a few for the Pinstripes and Pile Drivers team.
Yes, it's good to be back. Thank you, Luca, for the invite.
Yes, of course. Happy Friday. What's up to Daniel Berry Sports? Happy Friday to everybody.
Yes,
Hopefully it's a
happy
bright
Friday.
weekend for everybody. We're in the middle of June. Summer's about to start soon enough. But we got a rivalry game tonight. The Yankees take on the Boston Red Sox in Boston, first of a three-game set. Last weekend, these two teams played, and the Red Sox took 2 out of 3 at Yankee Stadium. So, Sean, I'm going to hand it to you for first thoughts. The Yankees are also coming off a sweep of the Kansas City Royals.
Unfortunately, Luca, we cannot play the Royals every single day. I think last weekend's series against Boston, and even the week prior. Sorry, I got a cough. Excuse me. If you're wondering why I'm coughing, I had a very disgusting dinner, so I'm still overcoming that. Anyway, Yankees were exposed, in my opinion, over the last 2 weekends against the Red Sox, against the Dodgers. A lot needs to be worked on. Yankees want to prove to me that they can still contend, they can still compete against the best. It starts this weekend with a series win in Boston, starting tonight with a tough pitching matchup, Luca.
Yeah, absolutely. You have Garrett Crochet, who's been phenomenal for the Red Sox this far with a 2.35 ERA, one of the ERA leaders. But unfortunately for the Yankees case, the Yankees aren't sporting. I mean, Yarborough, let's just say this, has been good for most of the year with the Yankees. Actually been quite a revelation for somebody who I believe, not mistaken, Joe, he was either traded for or claimed off waivers.
Traded for, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but even with that, like, I think he's been solid. He's been a placeholder.
It makes you wonder how he was a White Sox.
That's true.
I hate to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy.
Yarborough's been a veteran pitcher, spent time with the Jays, the Dodgers, and the Rays. The Yankees actually signed him to a 1-year contract on the 24th of March. What's up to Joey DeLuca? Hope all as well. Let's go Yankees. Absolutely right.
Go Yankees.
But he's been a revelation outside of that one start against the Red Sox, who will obviously face tonight.
Was obviously his most recent.
Yeah, most recent start. But the Yankees' rotation, for the most part, has been very good, with Carlos Rodon and Clark Schmidt giving you 6 innings apiece, and Max Fried being
don't forget, Aaron Boone was saved last night from a lot of criticism.
That's true.
After the Judge sitting, which, by the way, Aaron Judge looked friggin' miserable sitting in that damn dugout.
I mean,
that's beside the point.
It was improbable to bench him in the start, but should be getting close to game time, folks. Guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, turn the notification bell so you know when Big Blue, as in Alex, goes live or drops a new video. Same for the Pinstripes and Pile Drivers crew. Also,
when we are
a basketball fan, tomorrow night I will be hosting a Knicks off-season preview and season recap stream with.
I was going to say, I'm sorry to interrupt. I thought you were going to do a watch party for Pacers Thunder. I was going to say, Luca, don't put yourself through that. Don't do that.
No, I was going to say Donald from Pro Football Network and Pinstripe Chronicles will join me. Dylan Backer from Empire Sports Media and Fireside Knicks, and also got Man Cave from the Man Cave YouTube channel will all join me. It's going to be a fun stream. A lot of things to discuss as we look at Garrett Crochet. I don't know what you see, Sean. 6-4.
I'm seeing the lineup.
6-4, 2.35 ERA. Let me know when you get to his stats. I'm going to pause.
Okay. Still seeing the lineup. I can read the lineup once we are done reading his stats. Okay, now I see his stats.
So it's a 6-4 record for Crochet, 2.35 ERA, 88 innings, 110 strikeouts, 27 walks, and a 2.07 opposing average. Former White Sox pitcher acquired in the offseason.
If you'd like, I could read you the Yankees starting lineup for tonight.
Please do. We shouldn't be that far off.
No. Leading off, playing first base, Paul Goldschmidt. Batting second, the designated hitter, Ben Rice. Batting third, the right fielder, the captain, number 99, Aaron Judge. Batting cleanup, the center fielder tonight, Cody Bellinger. Trent Grisham will get the night off. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. Batting seventh, the red hot, DJ LeMahieu, playing second base. Batting eighth, the catcher Austin Wells, and batting ninth, the third baseman in for Jazz Chisholm, who was injured, Oswald Peraza.
Look at the Red Sox defense. Rob Refsnyder in left, Cedon Rafaela in center. Roman Anthony, the new rookie for the Boston Red Sox, in right. From third to first, it is Toro, Trevor Story, Campbell, and at first base, Gonzalez. Catching is Omar why did I say Omar Narvaez?
Omar Narvaez. That would. Could you imagine coming out like Stone Cold Steve Austin to be like, nope, I'm playing. Oh god.
Carlos Narvaez, the former Yankee, and on the mound is Garrett Crochet for the Boston Red Sox. We are underway. First pitch on the way is grounded to third. Played there nicely. Fields fires, and that'll be the first
I'm
out.
like 1 second behind you, so this is perfect.
What up, Jacob? Hope all is well. Batting second will be Ben Rice.
Ben Rice on the year, currently hitting .234 with a .798 OPS.
That's funny, Sean, because
26 RBIs.
That's funny, Sean, because you said 798. Yes Network has 802, so it's about a 4-point
I'm getting this
difference.
from MLB, so this is coming from MLB.com.
Yankees aggressive is a ground ball to short. Played nicely. That is two outs and two pitches. They're swinging early on these Garrett Crochet pitches.
That was a shortstop, right?
Yeah, that was the shortstop.
I'm
in case you
doing
don't know,
the old
folks,
school scorebook.
Exactly. I was about to say, Sean is doing
Actually, I
the
could
book.
look. Last time I did this, the game we beat the Dodgers last year, Caleb Ferguson took the win in that game. Aaron Judge up the hit, hitting .392, 25 home runs, 59 RBIs, and a 1.264. I think I read that wrong. Anyway, they cut away from it.
Yeah, pitch was high.
Anyway, that was a bullshit strikeout he had last night.
That was horrible.
Blind.
Pitches outside 2-0. And yeah, it was funny because I was like, isn't that the same pitch?
It was literally the same exact pitch.
It was Judge's only at bat, I believe, last night, and he struck out looking on a questionable call. 2-0 pitch on the way to Judge's in there for a called strike. Now, I must say, for the broadcast and for our audience, I can recall two instances from this rivalry which we have been either together, not in terms of broadcast, but either in person or PS4, if Sean's going to know what I'm alluding to. 2-1 pitch on the way to Judge's inside. Here. What's that?
I said, I think we both know what we're talking about here. The legendary Tyler Austin, Joe Kelly incident.
Absolutely. Count is 3-1. Pitch from the southpaw Crochet, swing and a miss. Nice fastball there. Count is 3-2.
Yankees in the all-gray road uniforms. Red Sox in their City Connect, I guess you would say green top.
Green monster pants. Trying to resemble that.
It's a million times better than them ugly fucking yellow jerseys.
And Judge strikes out, swinging on the fastball in the outside corner. No runs, no hits, no errors. Quick inning for Crochet, 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the first. It is 0-0. But Sean, you do have a point on those jerseys. I like these better.
I actually will admit I do like these jerseys. I don't. It's still Boston. I still hate them.
Yeah,
but they're cool jerseys. I will.
As opposed to the yellow, which had no coordination.
No, I never understood. I'm sure there's somebody from Boston. Sean is now worshiping. No, not one bit. Nope, not one bit. I'm still dragging myself to Steelers Jets, so it's not as willingly as I wanted it to be.
What's up to Armand? Hope all is well, brother. Armand, tell me. You could tell me in the chat. You could tell me in the. You could tell me in our group chat that we have, or you could tell me now. Like, let me know if you're going to any Met games in July. I'd definitely love to meet up.
Yeah, especially if you're going to the Subway Series, because that was actually something we were looking at the other day.
Yes, July 4th weekend.
Real quickly, Luca, would you like to hear the Boston Red Sox starting lineup?
Absolutely.
Leading off, playing left field, former New York Yankee, favorite of mine, at least, when he was a Yankee. I don't know about you, Luca. Rob Refsnyder. Batting second, the DH, Rafael Devers. Fuck you, Devers. Batting third, the first baseman, Romy Gonzalez. Batting cleanup, the catcher, a former Staten Island Yankee who I refuse to hate, and I still think we should have kept, Carlos Narvaez. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Roman Anthony. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Trevor Story. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Abraham Toro. I'm going to butcher the shit out of this name. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Sedan. Rafaela. I don't think Sedan Rafael. I don't think I said that right. But anyway.
Sedan.
Sedan. Okay, I was close. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Christian Campbell.
Ryan Yarbrough making, I believe this is his 5th or 6th start of the season. Armand is a very lucky man, Sean, because as you mentioned, July 4th, he's already got his tickets.
Nice. Like I said, we're looking at it, but I have to see my schedule when I'm officially back in New York.
Pitch to Refsnyder is a called strike, a sinker hitting middle of the zone. Count is 0-1 at 85.
Armand just added why the yellow jerseys, and now I feel like a terrible person.
Yarbrough
Anyway,
from the stretch. 0-1 count. Wells sets up inside the pitch. On the way is high, 1-1.
Yeah, the main one we were looking at, Armand, was the Sunday night game. The umpires for this game, Luca.
Yes.
Again, probably going to butcher some of these. John Tumpane behind the plate. At first base, Jeremy Rehack. Umpiring second base, Chris Conroy. And at third base, Brennan Miller.
All right, those are your umpires. 2-1 count here to Robert Refsnyder.
Yankees, as of today, have a 4.5 game lead in the AL East, so been trimmed down a lot by the Toronto Blue Jays. Have been playing well as of late. Boston 9.5 behind.
Yeah, the Red Sox were seen as one of the more improved teams, but they just haven't had their break. They haven't had their big break yet. As the Yankees, pretty much, you could argue, have a pretty mediocre division behind them.
They have.
So I'm not going to say that they've gotten off easy.
Coming into this one, Yankees come in 42-25. Red Sox just 34-36. That's not what you want for a team that you were expecting to maybe not go to the World Series, but at least
improve.
At least play playoff caliber baseball.
Yeah.
But it's still early in the year.
Yes, it is middle of June. Ball 4, by the way, as Refsnyder walks to first. Sean, when I look at a left-hander and look at the number 33 for the Yankees, J. Happ comes into my mind because he wore it for one season.
I wish you didn't put that back in my head. I really don't.
And somebody lost a beach ball. It has come on the field.
Sunday games at 1:40. That's okay. Actually, I'd prefer an afternoon game, to tell you the truth. We don't play good on Sunday Night Baseball. I know we beat the Mets on Sunday Night Baseball, but I don't, and the Dodgers for that matter. But over the years, I've hated Sunday Night Baseball. We never, especially against Boston.
Devers digs in, takes an outside. Devers, a very much common Yankee foe. It's 65 degrees in Boston.
25% chance of rain, but 64% humidity. MLB.com told me 70 degrees, so we're going to say 67.5.
Pitch to Devers, 1-0. Pitch is shot foul to the left side.
That's a beautiful night either way.
Yeah, that's a great baseball night.
Still cold, though, technically, for June standards. We've been to a couple of June games where it's a little more than just
hot outside.
70 degrees.
Very much so.
The worst one, heat weather-wise, I think, was when we went to 4th of July a couple of years ago against Baltimore. Okay,
that one's cracked in
and humid.
Yeah,
after a rain delay.
That was cracked into center field, right there, making the catch for the first out is Cody Bellinger.
Up the bat now, Romy Gonzalez.
Hitting
321 so far.
Yeah, not bad. A homer, 14 RBIs in 24 games.
Did you read off the Yankee defense or no? I could do that
I
now.
did not. But
well, here is the Yankee defense from left to right after the pitch.
Pitch to Romy Gonzalez is in there for a called strike, 87 on the gun. Sean.
From left to right, it is Jason Dominguez, Cody Bellinger, Aaron Judge. From third to first, Oswald Peraza, Anthony Volpe, DJ LeMahieu, and Paul Goldschmidt behind the plate, Austin Wells. And on the mound, not Cale Yarbrough, who I almost said, Ryan Yarbrough. We're not talking NASCAR here.
Pitches inside, count is 1-1, change up, diving in on Gonzalez. Shit. Count is 1-1 with Refsnyder leading off first. The pitch on the way is downstairs. Count is 2-1. Changeup missed, low and away.
One thing I'm already not liking is this is only the third batter of the game, and he's already feels like he's throwing a lot of pitches.
I agree.
This has the makings of a 5-inning game at most. So
From the stretch, Yarbrough 2-1 pitch on the way is strike two. Gonzalez, not sure that called. The Yankees get the benefit of the doubt.
Luca, I will add to your statement earlier about first stream on your channel or Alex's channel. It is not. Remember, we were all on here for that dreadful Giants game.
Oh my
Marcus
God! Why
Stroman.
did you have to put that into my memory?
I
Second
get
phone.
it. If you purposely forgot, good for you, because I didn't. And the only reason I say is because Marcus Stroman's coming back soon, and you know what? I'm happy he's not hurt, but keep him in the bullpen. Keep him in AAA. I don't want to see him in the majors. But we could see Stanton this weekend.
That's true.
We could see Stanton this weekend.
2-2. The stretch. The pitch is hit down the line in right and foul.
We'll do it again at 2-2. Double play would be amazing here when you consider the fact that Narvaez is on deck. Former Yankee turning into a Yankee killer.
Yes, I just remember him hitting that home run off. I believe it was Yarborough last Saturday. 2-2 count, one strike. I'm sorry, one out. The pitch is fouled off. So Gonzalez is staying alive.
Fighting him here, and it's going to be this will be the 15th pitch of the inning alone, and we've only got one out so far. By the way, happy Father's Day weekend to those who celebrate.
Absolutely.
I think we played the Red Sox last year on Father's Day weekend too, if I remember correctly, in Boston. I think that was the day they played the doubleheader, right?
Yeah, it could have been. I'd have to look up the schedule, but count is full, by the way. Not the ideal situation for the Yankees right now.
Thank you, Armand. Stanton expected to play in Somerset tomorrow, so if he does come back, it would be Sunday, which really wouldn't make much sense.
Swinging a drive into center field, Bellinger's back on the warning track and makes catch for the second out. 2 long flyouts for the Red Sox.
Both to Bellinger. Up to bat now, Carlos Narvaez hitting .279 with a .813 OPS according to MLB.com, unless Yes Network wants to tell me otherwise. It does not. He's got 6 home runs on the year and 22 RBIs through the first 53 games of his season. Wow, that far into the season already. We're like a month from the All-Star break, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Man, that's crazy.
Yarbrough from the stretch delivers to Narvaez, swing and a miss. Nice little cutter there. Strike one. If it was June 16th last year, Sean, Father's Day, we lost to the Red Sox.
That was a doubleheader, right?
That was not a doubleheader.
Maybe I'm thinking 2 years ago then. There was a fall. I know we played a Sunday doubleheader in Boston. I could have swore that was it.
Pitch misses away, 1-1 on the sinker. As they're
wasting pitches.
Well, no, I'm sorry.
Narvaez home run.
I was about to say I must stand correct myself. It was actually off Rodon, not Yarbrough. 1-1, pitches outside 2-1. Maybe it was. There was a home run he gave up, which made it 8-3 last week. I could be wrong. But so far, he's killing the Yankees.
Among catchers, he's third in the league in average, second in OPS, second in WAR.
That's scary.
Only behind Cal Raleigh.
2-1 pitch as Yarbrough steps off. I'll look that up. See.
Yeah, I agree, Armand. It wouldn't really make much sense. If it was Sunday Night Baseball, I think it would be a different story. Thank God we're going to be spared from another Sunday night game. It's bad enough we still got to do Saturday night, but...
2-1 pitch is downstairs. Wells tried to frame it. Count as 3-1.
I think I speak for a lot of Yankee fans and a lot of Red Sox fans when we say we're tired of all the friggin' nationally televised games. We don't want to be on Fox and ESPN every single time we play. We like our own broadcast too, you know.
3-1 pitch misses, and that is a walk for Carlos Narvaez.
And I hate to say it, I don't think the rest of baseball cares about this much as rivalry as much as they used to.
Completely agree. And I don't want to be like that guy, but what's the flame to the fire recently? This is in 2018.
Just the fact that Boston has played us tough the last couple years, even with the fact that they haven't been playing well. Last year, I think we only won the season series by 1 game. So, I mean, it's competitive baseball, but it doesn't feel like there's the same hatred that there was even just a couple years ago.
Yeah. So here is Roman Anthony, recently called up from AAA.
Just hitting
Hot.
083 so far
Yeah,
with no home runs, 3 RBIs, only 3 games in.
yeah, he's for some reason we got somebody wearing a night mask. Interestingly enough, maybe I don't get the reference.
I don't either. I refuse to comment on Armand's most recent comment.
Ref Snyder off second.
Didn't they have like a when this? Because I'm not in New York, not yet. Anyway, I'm moving back in a few weeks. Wasn't the sky purple the other night too above Citi Field?
I didn't see that, but
I saw a
anyways,
picture on Instagram. I don't remember if it was recent or not, but I thought there might have been.
called strike there to Anthony. Count is 0-1 with 2 outs, 2 men on. We are in the bottom of the first. Yarborough at 22
Don't
pitches.
look at MLB Game Day on the screen until Luca says it, because MLB Game Day is ahead by like a whole minute.
That is a grounder to the second baseman. Fields fires, gets the out there. We head to the top of the second. 2 runners left stranded for the Red Sox. It is 0-0.
And on no hits, no less.
Yes, Grimace. Oh, yeah, that's right. Armin did bring up the stat in our private chat of the Mets having a winning record. But if you just give me 1 second, Sean, I will be right back.
Okay. In the meantime, due up for the Yankees this upcoming inning will be Cody Bellinger, Anthony Volpe, and Jason Dominguez. This is the second of 4 series against the Red Sox this year. First game at Fenway, so for Cody Bellinger, it'll be his first taste of the rivalry in Fenway Park. The pick was not real. Someone put. Okay, I didn't. I look. I was scrolling at like 3 a.m, so I didn't look that closely. All I know is that that's what I saw on Instagram at 3:30 in the morning the other day. So I was just curious. I was not entirely sure. Armand, question: if me and the Twins do end up going to Citi Field, do you have any recommendations aside from food? Because obviously I hear about all the food and everything. Just general, like, what could we expect in an experience at Citi Field? I personally have never been. I think the Twins have only been like twice. What could we expect from an experience at Citi Field? Look around the league a little bit. Obviously, I'll keep it within New York sports right now. The Mets scoreless with the Rays, so actually, ironically enough, Yankee fans will have to kind of cheer on the Mets tonight. Maybe not willingly, but Mets taking on the Rays right now. Other AL East action, the Orioles and Angels are delayed. And the Toronto Blue Jays are in filthy Philly. They're down 4-0 already, bottom of the second. So the first pitch to Cody Bellinger is way inside, count 1-0. It was a 95-mile-an-hour sinker from Garrett Crochet. Bellinger hitting .255, 9 home runs, 36 RBIs, and a .773 OPS. Got his first taste of the rivalry last weekend. Now gets his first taste of what it's like up in New England, up at Fenway Park. The pitch is in there for a strike, just catching the corner. Count 1-1 on Bellinger. Full house at Fenway Park. The 1-1 fouled off on the pitch inside. Count 1-2. The strong inning for Crochet prior. Only 8 pitches thrown. The 1-2 is a high fly ball in the shallow right center. Going off and making the catch is Rafaela for out number 1. That will bring up Anthony Volpe. An amazing play last night with the Jeter-esque throw to first.
Yes.
I believe that saved the run, if I remember correctly. I asked Armand in the chat, what could we expect if we were to all go to Citi Field for the first time together? I know you guys have already been there.
Yeah, it's a great question. Anthony Volpe, first pitch is high 1-0. Yeah, as I said, a dance besides good food, a lot of family kid stuff like wiffle ball, home run derby, running from third base, and a dance squad between innings. Volpe lines this one into center field. That'll be a base hit. That is the Yankees' first hit. So they got a runner on with one out.
You forgot to add some sponsor that's a 30-second read. You know how this works. If you want to be in radio, you got to figure it out. You got to add this base hit is sponsored by
Yankees
Corona beer, because if you like Corona beer, then it'll make you happy. I don't know.
Or you gotta find some pitch. There's got to be some like
speeding is great for pitching, not for driving. I forget how that one goes. Jason Dominguez comes up to hit.
And Crochet steps off and makes the pickoff move to first.
Shout out Susan Waldman, who needs to retire, by the way.
Yeah. She's kind of past it. She's been working with the Yankees a long time. Need a new voice in there. Regardless.
By the way, we do have one final from today. Pirates beat the Cubs 2-1 in 10 innings.
Nice. Dominguez swings through a fastball, count is 0-1.
Where would you want to sit at Citi Field for the Subway Series? Me personally, I'm not picky. You know what? You put me in the last row and I'll enjoy it. Luca may disagree, but that's just how, I'm not picky in terms of where we sit. As long as I'm around a bunch of Yankee fans, I'm happy.
In foul territory, making the catch is Gonzalez for the second out. I must say, when I went with Armand 2 games, we usually sit in the left field seats, but those are probably going to be pretty damn expensive. So if it's like in the second deck or something, I wouldn't complain.
Hey, we made that work when we went to Philly, right?
Yes, we did.
Those are pretty good seats, despite the fact that we had the pole, so we really couldn't, the foul pole, so it was kind of hard to see the pitcher, but
we were also like drenched in sweat as LeMahieu takes a called strike.
98 degrees with humidity percentage of like 95.
It's like, it was interesting because we were desperate to find shade.
Until the game started, and then we didn't care. We're like, all right, well, we made it this far, so we might as well finish it.
0-1 is outside 1-1. I think I only got like a lemonade there or something I didn't eat.
Yeah, that sounds about right, price-wise.
Yeah. Section 1, that sounds like, I think, the outfield, maybe left field. Could be. I think I could be right about that. 1-1. The pitch on the way to LeMahieu is in there for strike 2.
That was a good pitch, too, to hit, to drive the other way.
LeMahieu has had a nice start to this season as a Yankee in limited games upon returning from the injured list. Pitch outside 2-2.
Good guess, Luca. Left center field.
Yeah, sounds like me and Armin have sat close to. Austin Wells hitting 228 is on deck.
Been hitting better as of late.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a little more from him throughout the stretch of the season.
Crochet gets the sign. Catcher sets up inside the pitch on the way. His count is full. I'll expand on it after this at bat, especially if it goes into commercial.
Well, I'll say this. Very happy with the way LeMahieu has played. Really did not have any expectations for him, especially health-wise. So far, I would say he has done very well. Time called.
Yeah, just got to hope it's sustainable because obviously he's up there. He's had his injury issues.
Yes, Armand.
But that's the idea. You want him to have this sustainable level. You don't even have to have him start every day, but I mean, maybe you do at third because the Yankees have had issues, though. 3-2 pitch is fouled off. To me, I must say, Sean, I don't like them placing Chisholm at third. They got to stop with that nonsense. I like him better at second base.
Well, I do too. I mean, the only thing is then who do you put in the third? LeMahieu?
If he ends up playing, like, if he sustains this level of play, is this a ground ball to short? Played there nicely. Fields fires and gets the out at first as we end the inning. 1 runner left on. We head to the bottom of the second. 0-0. But to Sean, to follow up what you're saying, if he sustains the level of play, I think he should play third base. Sustains it. If he plays like crap, I think the Yankees should explore other options.
Fair enough. Oh, thank you, Armand. Appreciate that. I can't confirm anything yet because
Yeah,
when I do
neither.
get back to the city, I gotta wait and see what my work schedule looks like. If it's all overnights, like I hope it will be, then that Sunday afternoon game should be doable. But we shall see. It's still got a couple weeks for that. We got a big
Yeah.
weekend next weekend, Luca. Race weekend.
Yes. Well, me and
I get
Alec will
to
be.
take Alex and Luca to experience their first NASCAR Sunday race day. Hopefully
Yes.
Sunday.
I don't.
I haven't looked at the weather yet, Luca. I'm trying not to.
Yeah, I haven't thus far, but I'd
Because
like to.
every year there's always the threat of rain anyway.
Yeah,
2:32.
got to be careful. But what I was going to say was to expand when I talked about us being together or in talking while this rivalry was going on. We obviously, Shawnee brought up the infamous Tyler Austin brawl from 2018. We were on the
Which is
PS4.
Luca. That's
Yeah,
7 years ago.
that was 7 years ago, folks. Really, PS4
7
mics.
years
All
ago.
I
Oh
see
my
is I
god.
obviously knew that Tyler Austin slid hard into second base. It wasn't appreciated by Brock Holt. They hit Tyler Austin. I fucking start screaming at the TV. Sean starts screaming at the TV.
My dad
I could hear
from
his
the
dad
other
screaming at the
room,
TV
which
in the other room. It was like it was a whole thing.
and you know what? If it happens again tonight, you're gonna get the same damn thing.
Exactly.
If it happens tonight, which obviously not
So
likely, but anything can happen.
last time the Yankees started three left-handed pitchers consecutively against the Red Sox at Fenway Park, you had Ron Guidry, Tommy John, and Dave Righetti back in 1982, 43 years ago.
This already has the feeling. Now that we're in the bottom of the second, this is gonna be one of those Yankee Red Sox games that goes at least 4 hours. It's just got that slow pace to it, which I kind of miss when these teams were a lot better.
Yeah.
As Trevor Story comes up to hitting 230, 9 home runs, 34 ribbies.
Count as 1-0 to Story. The pitch with Wells setting up inside is high. Counted as 2-0.
Now, Luca, who could forget, too, our other favorite Yankee Red Sox moment? Well, not a popular one, but opening day 2022 after the lockout.
That was another one I was
Getting
going
to
to mention.
experience our first Yankee Red Sox game.
Story lines into the center. That is a base hit as he leads off the inning with a single to Bellinger. He's gotten a lot of work tonight there, Bellinger in center. But yes, Sean, you are right. Not a popular
A
one.
Josh Donaldson walk-off.
Yes, that would probably be the greatest moment as a Yankee he ever had. Besides, what was that? A walk-off grand slam or a walk-off home run he had
Yeah,
the other time?
they were down by 3 to the Rays, and he hit the grand slam in the right. It didn't make a difference because we ended up losing like the next 4 anyway. We were in a horrible stretch, and that was like the one bright side we had, but
Pitch to
that didn't
Toro
last.
is a called strike. Abraham
Hitting
Turo.
330 so far through 27 games, 5 home runs, 12 ribbies. What up, disgruntled Taco?
What's up, disgruntled football as well? Switch hitter batting to the right side. Wells sets up outside. Yarborough from the stretch. The pitch on the way is downstairs 1-1. The other moment I wanted to recount was ALDS Game 2 from 2018. Folks,
Oh, yeah, this is a good story. I'll let Luca tell it.
I'll say it after this pitch because it is indeed a very good story. Count is 1-1. Toro
Now
at the plate.
I'll set the record straight after the pitch.
Yeah, it's count as 1-2. Nice change up there from Yarborough.
I was living in Pennsylvania at the time. Luca, I believe you had just moved back to New York.
Just moved
about
back.
2 months. This was about 3 months after.
2-3 months, yeah. Count is 1-2. Pitch to Toro as well. Sets up a high. Count is 2-2. So, what I was up for the weekend to see my dad, and I saw that the Yankees were going to be playing the Red Sox that weekend. Game 1 was Friday, the day I was traveling. Game 2 was the next Saturday. So it was like, you know what? I don't know who. I think I'm the one who cocked the plan. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Wells loses grip of the ball. He gets by him as Story steals second base with one out.
That's got to be just considered a stolen base, right? That can't.
No, I doubt that's an error. As Wells literally
Get the
lost grip.
official MLB scoring.
Yeah, that
The
was
runner on second now.
Yeah, it was officially on the transfer. Here's Ceddanne Rafaela hitting 254 on the year for the Bo Sox. Yarborough from the stretch. The pitch is outside, count as 1-0. So I'll obviously try to tell it piece by piece. So okay,
yes, it is, Taco. Sorry, Luca.
it's okay. I was just the first game of the series. Yes, it is. Sean is confirmed. Count is 1-0. The pitch to.
Oh, I confirmed it. I'm also going to confirm GTA 6 should be out tomorrow, but it's not.
Yeah.
Take off.
Yeah, he stepped off that time. But what happened was that weekend, I think I texted your dad, if I'm not mistaken, like, hey.
Which I'm trying to remember how you guys got my dad's number from the start. I don't remember if I gave it to you or if he gave it to you.
I think you gave this a pitch is a line. Base hit into center field. Story rounds third. He will score. Red Sox up 1-0 on an RBI single from Rafaela.
Here we go again. Here we go again. 33 pitches through an inning and a third. I knew I should have done tomorrow's game. Welp. Luca.
But I got your dad's number. And I think if I'm not mistaken, you gave it to me. Maybe it was your dad. I don't know.
The ace. I like that, Taco. I like that. That's good.
I like that too. Campbell at the plate. Christian Campbell, and pickoff move as they have him in a rundown. He is out at second base. Nice job by Yarborough, recognizing that Rafaela was going, and it's 2 outs as the misread, or I should say misfortune for Rafaela. I guess you call him misdeed, an error. Unforced error there.
1-3-6 on the play.
Unforced error there by Rafaela.
Honestly, Taco, at this point, I'll just be happy if we get a GTA 4 remaster. 6 is going to be whatever at this point. That's popped up in the
Dominguez makes the catch.
Losing the hat in the process.
For the final out. 1 run comes across for Boston. They're up 1-0 as we hit the top third to continue the story. So I'm like, okay, I was concocting this plan with Alex. I'm like, what if we go over to Sean's, or what if we hang out with Sean Saturday as the game's happening? So I text his dad. He says he could pick us up from where my dad was staying, which was not far away. It was
not far from where he works.
Not far from where he works. I'd say from Sean's place was like 25, maybe 30 minutes. Maybe I'm overestimating. But
not really.
But as you said, your dad didn't work far from there. You just have to get off the highway. And his dad picked us up. So we walked in. Sean's mom was...
By the way, all I'm going to emphasize is all I knew was my mother kept yelling at me to clean my room, and I could not figure out why. That's literally all I remember. She was yelling at me for like 3 days, please clean my room, and I could not understand why. I mean, granted, yes, it needed to be cleaned. There were clothes everywhere, but that's normal.
Right.
Anyway.
But Sean's mom knew the surprise, so she walks us in to Sean's room, but not fully. We were behind her, and Sean's mom asked Sean.
I was home by myself. All I heard was a ton of footsteps come up the stairs. I was like, all right, what the fuck was that? Literally. I was home by myself. I had no clue what was going on.
Sean's mom walks in and asks Sean, hey, what are you doing? I don't know what you replied. That's right. You didn't reply because Alex went behind her and went next to her and said, yeah, what are you doing? And Sean's like, wait, what the hell? And that was the surprise. We watched part of game 2 together. We had, I think, pizza, if I'm not mistaken. We just chill out. Watch
I think from Gagliano's.
It was Gagliano's.
One of our local places here in Pennsylvania.
And we watched. That
was the only game they won that series.
That's correct.
You guys should have stayed up a little longer.
Wells takes the call strike on the inside corner. Count is 0-1.
Yeah, that was actually, I'll probably say that was probably our best Yankee Red Sox moment. Now, I want to ask you this. Kind of shift topics a little bit on the Yankee Red Sox rivalry. Are the Red Sox still the Yankees' biggest rivals in your eyes? I mean, obviously, there's the Mets, which a lot of Yankee fans are going to downplay and say, oh, no, they're just a little brother from crosstown. We only play them twice a year anyway. There's still the Astros, obviously, because, they keep beating us. I don't know. Is it the Dodgers? What would you say?
Well swings and misses for the first out. I'd like to consider it the Red Sox, but again, this rivalry hasn't had a real. I don't. Again, I didn't want to be
There
that guy,
hasn't
but
been a flair to it since 2021.
yeah, I would say because the Yankees obviously played the Red Sox in the wild card. Um, I guess you could say either the Mets or the Dodgers because right now the Yankees are trying. I mean, obviously, there's probably hatred among the fan bases, but you're also trying to rival what the Dodgers are doing. The Yankees,
Well, not to
you know,
mention there's this whole beef with the Soto thing. By
Soto
the
thing with
way,
the Mets.
Taco, technically there kind of already is a GTA San Andreas remaster, though I heard it wasn't very good. It does exist though. It's on PS4, PS5. The unlimited, not unlimited edition, a definitive edition. That's what it was called.
So 2-1 count, but yeah.
Oh yes, Armand, we are 150% definitely going to Steelers Jets, whether Luca likes it or not. I am dragging him into that stadium.
You cannot make me. Count
I will make
3-1.
you. I already told you. When the schedule came out and my mother saw that the Steelers were playing the Jets, she said she was very happy to know that we could all go. You will not let her down.
Pitch is high, ball 4 to Peraza. He'll take a walk. One of the Cardinal sins of baseball walking the 9-hitter, as that'll bring up Goldschmidt as the Yankees go second time around the lineup. But
Yes, we are
I
going to
asked
Steelers Jets.
I asked God, why did it have to be week 1?
Well, at least it wasn't like the last time we played in New York and it was on fucking Christmas Eve or whatever.
Yeah, that was week 16.
We
That was
wanted to
that's
go
such
and
a
we
bad
couldn't.
game.
Yeah, it was a horrible game. Zach Wilson versus Duck Hodges and Mason.
No, that
Rudolph.
was Sam Darnold. That was Sam Darnold.
Oh, that's right. That was
It was
before
2019.
But didn't make it any better. I hate to break it to you.
Yeah, Sam Darnold didn't exactly play well, but somehow we were all like I shouldn't say we were all there were fans immersed like myself that 6-2 run actually meant something.
You know what's funny is I actually didn't even get to watch that game live.
Swinging a high fly ball hit in right field, going back and making the catch for the second out. So the Yankees another long fly out that was to Roman Anthony. As that'll bring up Ben Rice, the left-handed designated hitter.
By the way, this whole idea, Paul Goldschmidt playing second base, to put Rice at first and Stanton in the lineup. I'm sorry, Yankees, don't be.
It's another classic case of the Yankees trying to reinvent the wheel. He's 38 for Christ's sake. Rice takes inside count as 1-0.
Armand's right. Luca, you shouldn't be bitching because you don't have to deal with the cold winter weather.
I mean, you're not wrong in that sense, Armand.
Though you never know. September, it could either be 95 or 35.
Yeah, we could. 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike to Rice.
Had it been a night game, it'd be definitely a lot more chilly.
Maybe it's because I have no expectations for the Jets this year, like literally none.
Well, I don't have any for the Steelers either, so that doesn't. What? That's not gonna stop me from going.
I told my coworker Juan, I'm like, dude, he is obviously not happy with the signing, but he's going to root it on, obviously.
I already told myself. I said, I don't care what position we're in. I will definitely be at Steelers Jets, and I'm definitely making one trip out to Pittsburgh this winter for any Steelers home game. I haven't decided which one yet.
Rice with a high fly ball hit in the left field corner, coming on, and it's a foul ball.
Oh, just missed it.
Hit the wall and left.
Yeah, that was
Ref Snyder collided.
Worst possible scenario, right at the wall. And he had a tough choice to make, and obviously he just could not get to
it. Thankfully, he didn't run into the door. That steel.
Oh, it clipped the top of the wall, so I don't think he was catching that anyway.
That's true. So Rice stays alive.
I agree, Taco. That's exactly why we tend to get exposed when it matters. Not to mention you just can't manage pitching either, but that's a whole other story.
2 outs, 1-2 pitch. I should say 1-2 count. Runner on first.
Luca, I think 38.
This one's grounded to the shortstop. Played nicely. That'll end the inning. Another quiet inning for the Yankees. We had the bottom of the third. It is 1-0 Red Sox. How old is Goldie? Yeah, he's 38. Okay. He's 38. That's why I said it doesn't make any sense to put a 38-year-old first baseman to switch positions when he's at the end of his career. No, again, I'm not taking a shot at him. He's played very well.
But he's not a second baseman. And why are you going to make him do it now?
Never has been.
And
What
I
was
don't
I?
want to hear, oh, but he did it in Little League or he did it in college or
Yeah, that's
whatever.
a long ways
Don't give me
away.
none of that crap.
Um, what was I going on? It was Steelers Jets. I essentially told my coworker, "You're either going 9-8 or you're going 10-7. You will like it."
And he never plays second. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Oh, we got a Michael K's Tendy reviews are back.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
They showed the actually. I'm not gonna lie, those look really good too. Those don't look frozen. Those actually look freshly made. That's another thing we still need to do. We need to get to Fenway.
That's true. I'm sorry. I was just laughing about something else because in Knicks news, they're interviewing 2 coaches next week who were, you could say, fired this year. It was Mike Brown and Tyler
I was
Jenkins.
gonna say this coaching search is not exactly going the way they wanted it to, and it's getting me a little concerned.
I think it's actually going exactly the way they wanted to. I mean, I'll
What, with
explain more.
everybody getting turning them down?
I think they're just doing. I'm going to tell you what. I think they're playing the media game. That's
Well,
my
all I'm gonna
conspiracy
say,
theory.
shout out to my co-host Vinny. Vinny has a very strong opinion on this and thinks that Thibodeau should have stayed. He said it's not his fault Leon Rose could not give him decent bench players.
I disagree. I can't wait to debate.
I think we argued about it for like a solid 2 hours the other day.
I can't wait to debate Vinny on that because I'll tell him where he's. I respectfully tell him where he's wrong. Because it's not. Because it's not just about the bench, but that's the whole thing I'll get into tomorrow's show.
Well, he also did say that it's not Thibodeau's fault that Cat couldn't defend the inside, and that Brunson pretty much couldn't either.
Well, that's why zone defense exists. But regardless, Rob Refsnyder at the plate is swinging a miss, strike one. That's why Tibbs went all man-to-man coverage instead of experimenting with the zone defense, which would not have allowed the opposing offense to expose the Knicks defense as much. But that's a whole. That's a whole.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation, and I'm still trying to grasp the fact that we lost. By the way, to the Indiana Pacers and their fan base, stop trying to be us. Luca, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. But they put the signs up of all the players, renaming all the streets. And not only that, Luca, not only that, now they're doing the mobs outside the arena like we did.
Bro,
stop being us.
They think they're side talk. That's the funniest shit.
You ain't New York. Stop trying.
1-1 pitches outside of Refsnyder, 2-1.
All they keep talking about is, oh, well, they like to pick on us because we live in Indiana, but we don't want to live in a big shithole like New York. Well, guess what? Fuck Indiana. I know I got the Notre Dame fighting Irish over there, but who the fuck wants to live in Indiana? What the fuck is there to do? The fuck out of here.
It's only seasonal shit. Count is 2-2 to Refsnyder.
Not even.
No, I'm saying like there's no professional baseball team.
Which AAA, but
AAA, no major league team, I should say.
And that's the Pirates, so
yeah. 2-2 count to Refsnyder. Well sets up outside the pitch. On the way is just missed count is 3-2. You have the Pacers for 82 games this season. You don't even have a hockey team. And your football team is the Colts, who are right in the middle of mediocrity. I have nothing against the Colts, but
up until the last 2 years, we always beat the Colts, so they were never a team that worried me. But
this one's popped up as Refsnyder got tied up.
Yeah, look, I agree with that talk. I'm a big racing fan, but even then, that's once a year.
Yeah, it's
what's going on the other 364 days a year.
As I said, very seasonal with this stuff.
Look, that was DJ who made that catch?
That was DJ LeMay who made the catch, the second baseman. Up is Rafael Devers. Lined out in the first inning, a long fly ball to Cody Bellinger. Yarborough from the stretch well sets up inside. The pitch on the way is inside, count is 1-0.
Plus, let's be honest, Luca. Is Notre Dame really an Indiana team?
No.
No, they're a nationally loved team.
Also national.
Okay, let me rephrase. They have a big fan base across America. I can't say they're nationally loved because everybody else hates us, but
2-0.
That's for whole other reasons, which I actually think are very stupid.
Yeah, absolutely right.
By the way, Luca, our Notre Dame dreams are starting to look a little bleak.
I did see what you posted the other day. Most of those tickets being sold out, unless it's the secondary market.
Almost every home game is already sold out, and it's not even fucking July yet.
Maybe there's a secondary market. I'm just throwing it out there, just throwing it out for the sake of throwing it out there. But again, who knows? Career
Yeah,
versus the
but even
Yankees,
then, how much
Devers.
is that going to cost? Yeah, career numbers 272, 30 home runs, 77 RBIs, 535 slugging percentage versus the Yankees. He's a Yankee killer
Has been 2-1 pitch,
ever since he
3-1.
started. I think that's why Yarbrough is pitching around him a little bit here. Who the fuck is going to play quarter? I think CJ Carr is going to be our quarterback. That seems to be who the fans want. I'm so upset that Steve Angeli left. I get it, especially because Syracuse is a lot closer to Jersey, but God damn it, he saved our season. I wanted him. I wanted him to stay. Fuck the transfer portal
And the NIL.
and
That's
the
going to be a
NIL.
big problem. And listen, do I have like qualms about college players earning a lot, like earning a little bit of money? No, but like they're going to be, this is going
See,
to
the
get.
way I look at it, they shouldn't be paid by the school. That's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I get it if you're going to get like Nike endorsements, Under Armour, whatever.
That's
That's a
fine.
grounder to, I believe that's third base.
That's
Fire's
Oswald
first.
Peraza.
2 away.
But you
Like, I
said
get that
Nike.
from the outside sources, but I'm sorry. Getting paid by the schools? I mean, fucking Shador Sanders was making more in college than he's going to be in the NFL. $6 million in Colorado, 4 in Cleveland. Tell me how that makes any sense. Yeah, I agree, Taco. It is the NCAA's fault. And look at what we have now. The Pac-12 is dead. The Big East is dead. Now you got California and Stanford in the fucking ACC. Wow, we went on a whole college football rant.
But
I
yeah,
could go on this for hours. This shit pisses me off so bad.
Counters 1-0 to Romy Gonzalez.
And all those saying, oh, well, Notre Dame, this is on them too. They should just join a conference. They basically hacked the system last year. Well, guess what? What reward is there? Notre Dame makes so much more money by not joining a conference. All those teams that won playoff games last year, most of those shares still had to go to the conference, not Notre Dame. Big brain. Big brain Notre Dame.
2-0 pitch
And
to
plus,
Gonzalez, chopped slowly to third. Played there by Peraza. Fires. He is safe at first. Speedy Gonzalez.
to
Beats out the
those who
throw.
say that we play a bunch of nobodies, go look at last year's schedule again. Look at this year's schedule.
Yeah, this year's schedule actually has some notable opponents. Be it you got Boise State
And
without
by the way,
Genti, but still.
fuck you, USC, if you end the rivalry.
No, I won't be happy.
If USC ends the rivalry, guess what? Fuck you. Oh, we're gonna sacrifice the rivalry if it gives us a better chance to win. No shit, it gives you a better chance to win. Notre Dame's been kicking y'all asses for the last several years.
I mean, just look at last year, how much of a fucking game that
Well,
was.
remember
Narvaez swings
the
and misses.
Caleb Williams game.
Yeah, he got absolutely exposed.
Yeah, I
Narvaez
agree.
walked in the first. Count is 0-1 with 2 outs, runner on first. Yarbrough at 50 pitches, which is okay.
I apologize. I just noticed I got one of my moving boxes right behind my damn screen. This has become a storage room for right now, so
Yes.
I had to move a bunch of things around.
Count is 0-1, 2 outs. Well, sets up inside as Yarbrough steps off. But somebody was...
maybe the last time I get to use this legendary background again.
Yes, the green background.
The natural green screen, as I like to call it.
Count is 0-1 to Narvaez, the ex-Yankee. Wells gives Yarbrough the pitch, and it is popped up high in the air. Volpe catches it, makes the catch. That'll end the inning. We head to the top of the fourth. It is 1-0 Boston with Judge Bellinger Volpe due up.
I will say if there's one thing, while he has gotten himself into trouble, Yarbrough, he's pitched out of the stretch every inning. He has been able to keep it at 1-0, which is already a lot better than last week. But we need the offense to wake up. Is Narvaez better than Wells? Right now, yeah.
Now, absolutely.
Right now, yeah, but
I want to get to two, maybe three comments of disgruntled. DeSaban was smart. He saw the shitstorm coming and pieced out the shit show.
You know what's sad? And yes, I commented on that before. That is correct. You know what's sad? This is what had to happen to college football in order for us to get the damn game back.
Yep. It's a shame.
We sold our souls. I hate to admit it. As fun as college football 25 is, it's not the same as what it was, and it may have ruined college football as a whole. Granted, we're still the sheep that are going to watch, but
Of course.
we're going to
And
still bitch
listen,
about it.
what's college football without like being in the college? Obviously,
Not
going to like
only
a
that,
college game.
what's college football without the rivalries? I mean, look at the okay. Let's look at the rivalries we have lost over the last couple years. Okay, we have lost. We may lose Notre Dame USC, though that's not official yet. We have lost the Battle of Bedlam between Oklahoma State. We only just got back Texas and Texas A&M. That should have never fucking ended. Penn State, Pittsburgh has been dead for like 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
That should still be a thing. We almost lost the Apple Cup. We almost lost the Civil War, although I don't think they use that name anymore because political reasons. But Oregon State, the Civil War, we almost lost that. Those two matchups no longer are part of rivalry week, which is a crime. It's ridiculous. And now Army Navy is no longer a standalone game, which that is ridiculous. And now they're talking about, oh, we may have a play-in for the conference championship. Why? What is the point in that?
Money.
What is
money?
Yeah, but what are you going to have these kids play 20 games?
I listen. I'm standing alone and agreeing with you. I think most people would agree with you, but Judge up at the plate swings and misses. But yeah, I agree with your point. You just want money.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, that's literally the answer to everything we're bitching about right now. But
pitch to Judge is strike two right down the
Armand
plate.
updates us. Rays have taken a 1-0 lead over the Mets. Luca, would you like an out-of-town scoreboard? I forgot it's the fourth inning.
How about after this at bat?
After
Give
this
us a little space.
That's fair.
0-2 pitch to Judge is call strike three. Judge strikes out for the second time today against Crochet. One gone. Quick work of Judge.
All right. Across the major leagues, let's start down in Filthy Philly, where the Phillies lead the Toronto Blue Jays by a score of 4-0. That game is in the top of the fifth. In the nation's capital, the Miami Marlins lead the Washington Nationals by a score of 6-2. That game's in the top of the fourth. The Marlins bats waking up in this one. As Armand told us, Rays lead the Mets 1-0, top four. Bellinger grounds to second, fires to first for out number 2. I forgot to update my book. And in Detroit, the pretty good matchup here. Reds and Tigers tied at 1. That game, bottom of the third. Rockies, Braves. Rockies currently lead 2-1. That game's in the bottom of the third. Rockies are 13-55 up to this point. White Sox, Rangers expected to get started about 2 minutes. Twins, Astros also expected to start in the next couple minutes. Volpe looks at a pitch up and away. Cardinals, Brewers, scoreless. That game set to start at 8:10. Angels and Orioles are currently delayed by rain. That is the Apple TV game. Angels, Orioles. What a matchup that one is. I'm so glad that there are people paying for Apple TV to watch the Angels and the Orioles, guys.
It's just a scam.
Athletics and Royals are going to start in a delay for a ceremony. Not sure what's going on there.
Athletics and who?
Royals. Pitches inside. Count 1 and 2 on Volpe. Padres, D-backs set to start at 9:40. Guardians, Mariners at 10:10. The Giants-Dodgers rivalry, first matchup of the year, 10:10 tonight. It'll be Logan Webb versus Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And one final today, the Pirates defeat the Cubs by a score of 2-1 in 10 as Volpe strikes out to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Red Sox lead 1-0. In the Yankee minor leagues, the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders lead the Syracuse Mets in the I-81 series by a score of 8-1. In AA Somerset, the Patriots are taking on the Portland Sea Dogs, also Boston Red Sox team there. That game is tied at 1 in the top of the fourth. I will check. I don't think Stanton is playing tonight. I think they gave him a day off, but I'm going to double check the box score. Anyway, yes, Stanton is off. However, George Lombard Jr. is playing. He's 0 for 2. He's only hitting .216, but and just like Spencer Jones, just hitting .230 so far. But they have defensively, they have been studs so far.
Yes.
In High A, Hudson Valley and Greenville, another Red Sox-Yankees matchup. Bottom of the fourth, no score there up in the Hudson Valley. And lastly, down in Tampa, The Tampa Tarpons lead. I don't remember the team's name, but the Clearwater Phillies, we're going to call them. That game is 4-4 in the fourth. And that is your out-of-town scoreboard.
So,
I saw there were
Sean,
a couple of
it's a Royals Hall of Fame induction for Alex Gordon, who was a part of the 2015
I like Alex Gordon.
World
So good
Series
for him.
team. Let's see. A's building a decent squad. If they could add more pieces next season, will be good.
Can we have a recreation of your 20th? No, that's okay. Not unless we do something really stupid tonight.
Well, Sean, Alex might be advertising to play the video. I do have the video in stock of.
Why are you going to put me through this?
Well, folks, this was Sean's reaction to Derek Harmon briefly.
I hate you.
20th pick at the time. He hated the pick at the time.
In the 2025 NFL draft, the pick.
Yes.
That's it. No, we're done here.
I haven't seen it yet.
Wait a minute.
Why? And we just all laughed at Sean. Anyways, pitch on the way is a call.
And you know what's even worse is I feel like such a horrible person after that now. When we found out his mom passed away. God.
That was classic. You're right, disgruntled.
The A's adding pieces. Did I miss something?
That's what disgruntled was saying. He said if they add more pieces, they could be good.
Yeah, well, they were 23-20. Now they're like 20-something and 40. Like they went on a horrible run.
Making the catch and left is Dominguez for the first out.
They were 23-20. Now they're 26-44. So
this sounds like me as a Jeff fan. Let me have some hope, as misplaced as it is.
Well, that's even like, with Aaron Rodgers, it's just kind of like, well, I don't like it, but he's with us, and I'm going to root for him, whether I like it or not, even though he broke my heart as a kid. So,
Trevor Story up at the plate, stolen base, and a single back in the second. Yarbrough from the stretch. Pitch is swung on in line. Nice play by Volpe. Beautiful play there, and a great play to throw to first.
Another Jeter. 2 days in a row.
What I meant to say, folks, the backhand. I was like so stunned at that play. That was stumbling.
He is living up to this narrative that we are trying to kill oh so desperately. Another Jeter play.
Beautiful backhand there. I apologize for stumbling, folks, but beautiful backhand by Volpe. Strong throw to first off a hop. A great dig out by Goldschmidt, too.
Luca, halfway through, switch it up.
Absolutely. I think we'll do
bottom of the fifth. We'll change it. I know Alex should be here at some point.
Swing a line
foul. Being great after stinking it up with the Jets would be the most Jets things ever. Yeah, basically. That'll go one of two ways, Taco. Either that happens or Rodgers only plays good against you guys and nobody else, which is kind of what I'm leaning towards happens, but we'll see. I still think the Jets somehow beat us week 1. I don't know why. I have that feeling.
Toro swings and misses, count as 0-2.
Somebody's going to have the game of their career, and it's probably going to be Justin Fields. And honestly, I wouldn't even be mad.
Toro at the plate. Yarbrough from the stretch. The pitch. Swinging in line into center field. Bellinger there to make the catch that'll end the inning. We head to the top of the fifth. 1-0 Red Sox.
This is the first 1-2-3 inning he has had so far. I will say the biggest thing that really bothered me about the whole Justin Fields situation, I do like that he was our first priority. What I don't like is our backup plan. Even before Rodgers, when they were talking about getting Matthew Stafford, look, I like Matthew Stafford. The man can't stay on the field either.
Yeah,
that would not have ended well. They needed a better backup plan, and unfortunately there wasn't many options to begin with. But hey, Mason Rudolph. Yay.
Rudolph the red zone reindeer. But I would remind you guys, if you guys haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, turn the notification bell so you know when Big Blue goes live or Pinstripe and Piles Drivers goes live.
You're not the first person to tell me that, Taco.
Yeah. I think it's available. If you guys, as I said, subscribe, hit the like button, turn the notification bell so you know when Big Blue goes live or Pinstripes and Pile Drivers. Share this out too. Share this out to Yankee and Red Sox friends, friend, and family.
What's sad is I really actually thought Pickett was going to be that guy.
And what's funny is he actually might be the starter in Cleveland.
Yeah, that return to Pittsburgh will definitely be interesting. That return to Pittsburgh will definitely be interesting. I wonder, do the Steeler fans cheer him or boo him?
Pickett?
Because, yeah, he stunk it up with us.
Yeah.
But he's still a Pitt legend. Like, the Pitt fan in most don't want to hate him, and the Pitt fan in most want to see him succeed. I'm not a Pitt fan, but I like Pitt. I root for Pitt. That's one of I don't like it like having second teams, but if I had a second team, it would be Pitt. And I wanted to see him succeed, and I can't bring myself to hate him. I think the only thing I hate is he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback with fucking Philly. Joe Flacco. I don't know that lasts. Even if he does start, how long until he gets hurt?
I'll say this, Sean. I'll cover the top half of the fifth, and then you'll go from the bottom because
that'll be halfway.
Halfway point.
Yeah.
Count is 1-0 to Dominguez. The pitch on the way is high, 2-0.
Crochet's pitch count is in amazing shape right now. 47 pitches through 4.
He could go all night.
This season, he's got the 7th ERA in baseball, 2nd in strikeouts, 6th in WAR.
And it's now 3-0 to Dominguez.
Alonso doubles Soto to third with 1 out, and Jeff McNeil's up bottom 4. Rays still lead 1-0.
What? And the pitch, he's safe at first. High throw there. Gonzalez could not tag him.
Third baseman just could not get a good grip on it from the way it looked.
And Dominguez will reach.
That should be a single.
It might be.
I don't know. That actually
might be an E5.
Yeah, they did rule it an E5. Yeah, you know what? Looking back at that now, yeah, he should have made that throw. So E5 on.
I must say I don't get why he swung 3-0.
No, I don't either, but it worked. So that's baseball.
Pitches downstairs to LeMahieu. That's baseball, Susan.
You don't gotta be pretty as long as you get on base. LeMahieu hitting 275, 2 home runs, 9 ribbies, and a 758 OPS. I definitely, again, did not have that on the bingo card.
Pitch, runner goes. Throw to second. Dominguez is safe.
Nice.
As now the Yankees have a runner in scoring position.
Dominguez, his 9th of the year.
There's a pitch right down. I thought it was right down the middle for a strike. I guess they didn't call it a strike. They called it a ball.
I think it was more in the dirt.
Yeah, he's safe. That left arm reaches pretty easily. No.
Yeah, he's in. He's in. As long as he stays on the bag, which it looks like he does.
Count is 2-0 to DJ LeMahieu. The pitch on the way is swung and hit the right side. Base hit. Here comes Anthony with the throw. Dominguez holds it third. So the Yankees now have runners on the corners with nobody out.
Good start. Good start. This would be a good opportunity for Wells here just to put it in the outfield.
Ground ball double play might even get him to score.
Yeah, but we don't want that. We want more. We're greedy. Got to be feeling greedy.
Here's Wells, 0 for 1 with the strikeout in the third. Pitch. Outs. Called a strike. Just nicked the outside corner. Count is 0-1.
Good pitch there. Right on the border. 0-1.
Crochet from the stretch. Narvaez sets up outside and high. The pitch. Wells pops this one foul.
Mets have the bases loaded, 1 out. Starling Marte up. I don't get the Mets here, so I appreciate the update, Armand. I get the Yankees, I get the Pirates, Phillies, and that's it. At least with Fubo TV here in PA. I do not get the Mets.
Wells down 0-2 in the county calls time.
I actually have to pay extra since now that they're on MLB.TV. Like, I guess they came to some sort of deal where MLB can run that broadcast. I have to pay extra on MLB.TV to watch the Mets. I said, I'm not doing that. MLB.TV is expensive enough. I'm not paying any more to watch a team that I'd maybe watch 20 times out of the whole season.
Jesus. Count is 0-2, runners on the corners, nobody out, top of the 5th inning. Wells swings and misses, one gone. Beautiful pitch from Garrett Crochet, the sweeper going down and away. Down and
bring
away.
up Oswald Peraza, reached on a walk in the 2nd. LeMahieu hitting .448 and 6 RBIs in his last 10 games. It's been a minute.
Crochet from the stretch swung on a hit foul down the left field line. Peraza walked in the 3rd.
Only hitting 167 up to this point. His defense has been his most valuable attribute.
Throughout his major league career, the 0-1 pitch. This
Got
one's not foul. Count is 0-2.
I knew there was something to do with MLB and SNY. I didn't fully read into it. But...
That's right. I forgot about that because I wanted to watch. I was just wanted to see what was going on with the Mets. I think it was like back in April. I was like, oh, I got to sign into I got to go into MLB.TV.
Which I have already given you my login to. So if you lost it now, that's kind of on you.
Count is 0-2. Runners on the corners. 1 out. 9-hitter Peraza at the plate. Sets up high the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 gone. Beautiful fastball climbing the ladder on Peraza.
Fooled again. I got.
He was late. He was late on the fastball.
That's the 6th strikeout for Crochet so far.
So Paul Goldschmidt will be the last Yankee hope here in the top of the 5th inning.
Luca, I just thought about it now. Might be better to let you call the rest of the game. I forgot. I'm going to step away at like 8:45 whenever my mother gets home. She's bringing a better version of what my dinner was supposed to be.
All right.
I'll explain at the break.
Yes. Pitches high to Goldschmidt.
If you want, you could even share the picture.
I'll have to find my way to do that, I guess. Count is 1-0. 2 men on, 2 men out. The pitch. Goldschmidt takes outside, 2-0.
I think all you got to do is sign into
I'll sign
Instagram on your laptop and share your screen. My computer will bug out if I do that. It bugged out before I even got on here. With runners in scoring position, Paul Goldschmidt hitting .391.
That's diabolically good. 2-0.
He's got a huge hole on the right side.
Pitches high, 3-0, and Crochet almost fell down on the mound after that. But Crochet, regardless of the Yankees have 2 runners on, his pitch count is in great shape. 61 pitches.
I heard a door. Was that Alex?
I'll tell you right now.
I thought I heard your door creak open.
3-0 pitch and a called strike to Goldschmidt. I'll check the cameras. He is not. He's close. He's not here yet.
Should we put your location on the screen? We could stalk Alex till he joins.
3-1 pitch. Chopped up the middle. Played nicely. Fields fires and gets the out at first. Beautiful stretch.
2 runners on, nobody out, and they can't score a fucking run.
Yankees leave 2 men stranded.
Fucking kidding me.
We head to the bottom of the 5th. It is 1-0 Red Sox. Great play by Story, by the way.
Yeah, 2 ugly strikeouts to fucking cap it off.
We also had the ground ball, which you could have waited another pitch. That wasn't a great pitch to hit. I'd say the first one was better.
Yankees have left 4 on base so far. Oh, this fucking team. Oh, look, I get it. It's the Red Sox. They're your biggest rival, but there's no excuse for this. They're 34-36. We should have taken at least 2 out of 3 last week, and we should be up right now. Marte, game tied at 1.
Yeah, it's now 2-1 Mets.
2-1 Mets. Well, that's good for us. Not that the Rays, I don't really worry about them too much. Oh, yeah. Basically, the story that I have is I ordered a pizza for dinner, which already red flag number one, considering I live in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere. The pizza was undercooked. The cheese on the top was sliding one way because the dickhead driving had it on an angle. And yeah, it was just flat out disgusting. So I threw it out. My mother's going to the place that I wanted, but they don't deliver. Run by a guy from Italy, so I know it's good. I've had him a million times. But yeah, it was awful.
All right,
I was
today's presentation of pizza.
Pennsylvania Pizza 101 right here. Share it with the group, Luca. And explain to me what the fuck this is. I was pissed when I opened this. My mother, it looked so bad when I texted my mother. She's like, "Nope, throw that out. Throw that out. You're gonna get food poisoning. Throw it out." But it's sitting on the kitchen counter. I want her to see it for herself.
Disgusting.
Don't ever eat pizza if you're outside of New York City or New Jersey. You'll regret it. Trust me.
They just did their own version of Name That Yankee. I can't tell you. I can't
From
tell
the
you. I know the
60s
guy.
to the 70s, so I got no clue, no guesses.
Let me bring up the screen again. Ceddanne Rafaela, the only run for the Red Sox this game with an RBI single in the second inning. The pitch on the way is chopped foul, 1-1. That makes Pizza the Hut from the movie Spaceballs look better.
Yeah, that's fair.
I ate pizza in Cali and I've never had any issues. Fair enough.
There is out in California. My favorite place on Staten Island actually expanded out to California, so I can't speak for the rest of California pizza, but I know there's a Danino's out there. So, although actually, I will say, according to my cousin, she's from Staten Island. She lives out in LA. She says the pizza's not that bad out there. Some people like it's not as bad as people make it out to be. I'll take her word for it because she's from New York, but I'm not entirely sure. I can't.
Yarbrough from the stretch. Count is 1-2 to Rafaela. Pitch. High 2-2.
See, my dad always had a great saying, and it always came to bagels, pizza, Chinese food. Here's the pitch.
Fouled away.
The further you get away from New York, the worse the quality gets. At least in America. I'm not going to disrespect Italy like that, but I think people just like hate on Cali sometimes. It's warranted, but we have great food here. Oh, I definitely agree. I have never been out there, but I would assume the food out there would be good. It's nice strike out there. Like obviously, the best thing you get out there, from what I understand, is Mexican food. But
so 1 away. Yarbrough, the second lowest barrel percentage this season. I believe he's behind Ranger Suarez for first. Anyways, batting for the Red Sox, as this pitch is just missed downstairs, want to know, is Christian Campbell, second baseman.
hitting .229 so far on the season, 6 ribbies.
1-0 pitch. Campbell takes outside 2-0. Where's... I could be so wrong. It's Worcester Red Sox, or is it...
Worcester, I don't care.
Worcester, I think it is.
No, I think it's Worcester.
Worcester?
Worcester. It's not pronounced the way it's spelled. I know that.
Count is 3-0 as Campbell has the advantage.
That is the home of the Red Sox AAA team. I still wish they were in Pawtucket. R.I.P. McCoy Stadium. I don't even know why I wish they were in Pawtucket. Maybe it's just nostalgia.
Count is 3-0. Pitch from Yarbrough is a called strike. Yankees get the advantage. That pitch looked a little outside. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
How was that?
3-1. Pitch on the way is fouled up.
I'm scared to ask.
I went to Google Translate to confirm your suspicions. You're absolutely right. It is pronounced Worcester.
Worcester.
How do you
Okay, I wasn't right.
pronounce it Worcester? There's an R and a C. It's Worcester.
They're
That's
from
how
New England. What did Peter Griffin? I think it was Peter. Yeah, Peter Griffin say about Boston. How can such a city with such great colleges produce nothing but dopes?
Driven in the air to right. That ball is just foul right of the pesky pole. So count remains 3-2.
And I think Peter Griffin was right. Look at all those Yankee fans over there. Shout out to the Yankee fans going up to Boston.
Yes, shipping up to Boston.
Yes.
Count is 3-2 with the leadoff hitter, I should say, number one hitter, Ref Snyder on deck. Yarbrough from the stretch, well sets up outside the pitch, is inside ball 4.
Yeah, Google Translate confirmed for us, Brad.
Worcester. The hell's a Worcester? That's so weird.
Now is Rob Ref Snyder.
Johnny Lowe is
correct me
warming up.
If I'm wrong, don't you have a memory? Wasn't there something with Rob Ref Snyder that you remember from his time in AAA? Or am I thinking of somebody else? I think it was Higashioka.
Pitch was a strike. Well, Higashioka signed one of our gloves. That was one thing. But I do remember when he was originally called up, Ref Snyder.
I still remember when he was in AAA. Because we went to go see him a couple of times.
I remember when he was originally called up. I was talking to my uncle about this. Apparently, he was sent down shortly after he was called up because he had an attitude problem. I could be, again, allegedly. I don't want to get like sued or anything.
You don't want to get Alex sued. It's Alex's account, so
that's true.
Well, then it's mine too. So I guess I would be a part of that.
0-2 with Wells setting up outside. The pitch is inside. Count is 1-2.
Brad says the reason it's pronounced that way is it's a pure English name. That explains it. I mean, Rays go down in order. Mets the lead 2-1. Good to know.
Massachusetts being obviously one of the very much first states in this country. Count is 1-2. Yarbrough from the stretch. And
Filthy thinks that they're the shit somehow when you talk history.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they were the first capital of the United States. I could be wrong on that.
Yes, that is correct.
But they are no longer the capital.
And should never be the capital.
Yarbrough from the stretch. Right. This one's lined into right field, coming on Judge. That's going to fall right in front of him. And the Red Sox will now, is going back to second.
Yeah, don't run on Judge there. That would not have ended well.
Yeah, it wouldn't have ended well there for Campbell. So now the Red Sox have runners on first and second with Rafael Devers coming to the plate.
I will say, Luca, we've been to a lot of different cities over the last couple of years. Pittsburgh, Miami. Philly is not one of those cities that I'd be like, oh, I want to definitely go back just because it's Philly. Oh, he slipped. Okay, that's why he didn't advance to third. If you're ever going to ask me to go to Philly, it's going to be for one of two things. To see one of my favorite teams go down there, or you want to get cheesesteaks.
Yeah, listen, as much shit one can talk about Philly, they got some phenomenal cheesesteaks. It's the best, obviously.
But still, once that Yankee game was over last year, we were trying to get back as soon as we could.
Absolutely.
We did not want to hang around.
Rafael Devers this season versus lefties. 309 with 4 homers and 23 RBIs, despite not having a hit today. So
he's got a better batting average against lefties, but he has more home runs and RBIs against righties.
Real chance for Devers to blow this game open and give the Red Sox more of an advantage, some more breathing room. Johnny Lowe warming up at the pen.
I work with 2 Red Sox fans, so that doesn't make me like this anymore.
Yarbrough from the stretch. Pitch. And Devers waves at it, strike 1.
Count 0-1. Double play gets him out of trouble here. That's 75 pitches. So, Luca, I think I'm about to be spot on with this whole 5 innings at most prediction.
Yeah. Count is now 1-1.
The bullpen budget. You got Ian Hamilton, who hasn't pitched in like 4 or 5 days. Yuri De Los Santos pitched through 40 pitches Tuesday.
Yarborough goes for a pickoff move of Campbell at second.
He used like 4 pitchers yesterday, so that's definitely not going to work in their favor.
No.
Well, Luca, for this
Yes.
after this next pitch, I got a proposal for you that I
Time
think
is
you're going to
called.
like. I have a proposal. All right, you don't want to go. You really don't want to go to Pittsburgh, Steelers Jets, right? You really
Yes.
don't want to go because you don't want to support your team. I'll make a compromise.
Okay.
We don't have to go to Steelers Jets. That's a strike, swing and a miss. Count 1 and 2. But if you don't go to Steelers Jets, and we have to go to
Hibernia?
No, Jets Bills.
Oh, God.
In Buffalo.
Oh, no.
You're going to watch your favorite team in your state.
Oh, strike 3. Pitch right over the outside corner. Devers down looking. 2 gone.
Yeah, we're going to go Jets Bills then. I think Alex will be in support of this.
God, no, please. Please, no.
Oh, hold on, I got to take a phone call.
All right, no problem. Beautiful pitch there by Ryan Yarborough as Aaron Boone takes him out with 2 outs. An Aaron Boone trademark. Regardless, the Yankees will go to the bullpen. Johnny Lowe comes in. Yankees up. I'm sorry, Red Sox up 1-0. Phillies like
okay. Yeah, Brad, I'm going to have to disagree. Pittsburgh is an amazing city, and I think Luca will actually agree with me here.
I like Pittsburgh a lot. For somebody who's only been there once, I like it a lot.
It's a clean city. You don't have to be walking over needles and rats and homeless people. And it's an amazing sports town. Like, everybody in Pittsburgh is either wearing a Pirates gear, Penguins gear, or Steelers gear. It's the type of city I would fit into perfectly if I was a full Pittsburgh sports fan. But no, Pittsburgh's an amazing city. It is nothing like Philly. It's a much smaller city too. It's not a big city, which take that how you will. How about Giants Jets preseason? Is that a better choice? Who's the home team for Giants Jets this year?
Good question. We're gonna look that
up.
up.
I would say whoever the home team is the one that profits off of that.
The answer is the Giants.
That's one Luca would probably go to just for the fact that it's not a Jets home game, quote unquote. So that doesn't give me the satisfaction of torturing Luca.
Yeah, Sean, it's like to be like that one meme where the Steelers would be beating the Jets, and Sean would be raising my eyebrows where I have to watch.
Well, you know what's funny, Luca? Now, my Boar's Head vendor is also a Jets fan. He's originally from Coney Island. He said to me, he was at that last Steelers-Jets game, as Ian Hamilton is coming in, by the way. He said, as a Jet fan, he felt out of place in his own stadium. Because he has a good friend who's a Steelers fan, and they went.
That comes with the territory, dude. MetLife Stadium is not a home field advantage. Not for the Jets.
No. It's a tourist attraction for those who want to see New York City but don't want to stay in New York City. I'm sorry, it's Loizaga pitching, not Hamilton.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a concert attraction. Who knows if it's even a good concert arena or it's the stadium you want to call it.
Can I make a statement that I don't think a lot of people are gonna like?
Swing and a miss there by Gonzalez. Yeah, Sean?
I think concerts are a little overrated.
Ooh, really?
You know what? Then again, I've only been to one. I don't see the appeal. I don't know. I don't like live versions of songs. They just don't sound good to me. Oof. I don't know. I know that's a hot take.
That is definitely a hot take.
I just don't care for. I don't care for the idea of concerts. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, especially when Alex comes in, he's gonna shit on me the rest of the stream.
I think Armin's gonna hate on you because he actually saw Metallica at MetLife not too long ago.
I have heard that's a good show. It's just not for me. I'm not trashing anyone who goes because obviously I'm in the minority here in terms of people who nice strikeout.
Romy Gonzalez strikes out. We'll end the inning. Top of the 6th, 1-0 Red Sox.
I don't know. I just can't do. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just I never got the appeal. Final numbers for Ryan Yarbrough: 4 2/3, which means he will not get a decision. He gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. His ERA has been lowered to a 3.96, if that means anything.
See, it's better to go to an early Jets game. Yeah, because the tickets are not worth shit and late in the season because
Yeah, but then they're
the Jets.
cheaper. That's the only thing. They'll be cheaper, but you're going to be subjected to
I'm gonna
the
see a
cold.
shitty game at the end of the day. So no.
Concerts are good at MetLife.
I mean, I've never been
Are
to a
they like?
concert.
But is it true that they're like super overpriced?
I mean, it is MetLife Stadium. A, B. It is also in the New York area, so you can't be terribly surprised. I mean,
Oh no, I wouldn't be. That's why I'm curious. See, I
wouldn't.
want to go to actually. I want to go to SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium. The problem is they want like 40 grand just to sit ringside. I'm not going to spend $400 to sit in the last row just to look at the monitor when I can watch it on TV at home for $10.99 or whatever Peacock charges. Brad says Sean went to Taylor Swift. Oh God, no. No, no.
Sean's
never.
again. Sean's seen one concert. I've seen one concert.
No, the only concert. Actually, the one concert I went to wasn't that bad. It's not a very well. I don't know if it's a well-known band by today's generation. It's ELO.
Electric Light Orchestra for those.
If you're looking for a familiar song, "Don't Bring Me Down."
Yes, or Telephone Line or Mr.
Line.
Blue Sky, as you said.
Evil Woman. They're common songs. Like it's more old school, classic. I don't know if yeah, it's rock, but not traditional rock, I guess you would say. Yes, because it's new. Yeah, all right, that explains that.
All right, so to give us some news around the majors, Tarek Skubal, last 4 starts with a .29 ERA. Jeez, that's phenomenal.
Look at that beautiful sky up in Boston.
Pitches inside and high to Ben Rice, count as 1-0. The one band that I saw was The Who, and Alex will tell you when he comes on the band or act that he saw at Madison Square Garden was Roger Waters, formerly of Pink Floyd. But also 1 year, I remember, this was 2016, we were also trying to see if we were going to see AC/DC in concert. Unfortunately,
we all tried that. But
unfortunately, Brian Johnson had that hearing accident, and that didn't go as planned. 1-1 pitch.
No, and instead we went to go freeze our asses off watching the Yankees lose to who else? The Houston Astros.
Oh, God.
5-3.
And I was in the sun that day. I got to tell you,
I wasn't. And I was a couple sections over from you.
Rice with a ground ball to second. Nicely played there by Campbell, and that is the first out.
My dad joked with me after that game. He said, look, that was a once-in-a-lifetime thing that we both had to do. Now we're never doing it again.
Right.
Which ended up not being true because they ended up going to
2022
Red Sox, which at least it was, what was it, like 55, 60 degrees that day? So it was actually
nice. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible.
It's the only time I ever got burned. It's the only time I ever got a sunburn on anything less than 75. Why? Because we were in the bleachers.
That's true. Judge takes high, count as 1-0.
So the air temperature might have been like 60, but bleacher temp was like 75. I'm going to SummerSlam. My tickets cost 1,000. Oh God. Oh, for both nights. Even then, that's still a lot.
Pitches.
I'd rather go to like a. Judge. See, now that I'll be back in New York, I'd like to find a bar in the city that has a watch party for SummerSlam. I feel like that'd be a lot better.
That pitch is clearly outside or a little outside.
They still can't figure out how to call strikes on Judge.
I mean, that's a strike. I mean, that's a ball clearly, but that's not like one of those Judge strikes, in my opinion. 1-2 pitch to Judge, and he fouls it off, just stays around.
Aranda botches a Nimmo, grounded, and bases are loaded with 0 outs, and Soto is up.
Time is called by the plate umpire.
Count still 1-2. Judge at the plate. Judge 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out twice, looking to avoid the hat trick here in the
Make that 3 times. That is the hat trick for Aaron Judge.
I blame Boone. Shouldn't have sat him. I'm going to be that guy.
mean, technically, you shouldn't be sitting a guy. I mean, it was typical Yankees when I found out the judge was going to be
Well,
sitting
see,
this
what
guy
what
yesterday.
pisses me off is I know they're on a 16 or 17 straight day stretch. Why are we sitting them the third day? Like, I could get that, like, maybe middle of the stretch, giving some guys a rest. Why are we resting guys on the third? Like, Trent Grisham is sitting today. Why?
Well, I was saying more so count as 1-0, swing and a miss there by Bellinger. Great pitch by
Is it the
Crochet.
lefty-lefty matchup? Is that
Uh,
why? Or
well,
is
I was gonna say like the Yankees were on the verge of I mean, they ended up sweeping the Royals, but like the
well, you
Yankees
know how the
never.
Yankees like to punt the final
Yeah,
game of
that
a
was a
series.
perfect punt. Count is 1-1. The pitch to Bellinger is swing and a miss. Went up the ladder. Count is 1-2.
It's like we're allergic to wanting to sweep. 2021 was the worst for that. You imagine how many more games we had won had we even swept half the amount of games we punted?
Yeah. 1-2 pitch is outside 2-2.
I gotta work this pitch count a little more. That was pitch number 77. Yeah, 77. So he's in shape where he could go at least 7, maybe more if the Red Sox go old school here.
Campbell has it. That'll be the end of the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Crochet, who has dominated the Yankees this far. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It is 1-0 Red Sox.
Man, this ain't even fun. I'm like a child right now.
I should say we head to the inning. This presentation of Yankees baseball is brought to you by said company. You could put Jeep, Toyota.
Well, the one thing I still have memorized was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th with the Yankees trail 1-0. You're listening to the WFAN New York Yankees radio network, driven by Jeep.
Yeah, not driven by the Jeep brand. When they started saying Jeep
Hess
brand, I was
truck.
like, no.
And can't forget the Hess truck either. I was talking to my friend Calvin last night. You obviously know who he is.
Yes.
I'm one of his friends, and it was funny when Calvin put on his fan. It all of a sudden sounded like AM. So I told him, I said, I feel really nostalgic. Who remembers when we were kids and we'd be sitting in the car with our dad, and you're listening to a Yankee game, and there's a high five. Deep left field. It's gone. As it keeps cutting in and out. Oh, those were good old days. I just hurt my throat. No, I got a funny story for you, though.
Yeah.
We were talking with his friend last night, and obviously you all know, or at least I assume you know, in Jersey, you're not allowed to fill up your own gas.
Right? I was about to say something about that, yes.
Well, there's a story to this. Now, obviously, if you don't know, the new law is you cannot give them your card and tell them to fill it up anymore. That is now illegal. You have to give them a price amount. I'm sorry. I know we don't talk politics. It's really fucking stupid.
Well, it's just the sake of a law. That's not a political law. That's
no,
not like
it's just it's stupid.
It's not
anyway. We were talking about this, and his friend, I won't give a state, but I'm pretty sure he lives in the South, says to me, he says to us, he said the funniest thing he ever saw was there was a lady driving down she had a Jersey plate on. She was waiting at a gas pump for an hour for someone to come pump it. An hour until someone walked over and said, "Are you okay, ma'am?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm waiting for the guy to come so he could pump my gas." They're like, "The fuck are you talking about?" And then she explained the laws in Jersey, and she was like, and they were just like, "Well, we don't do that here." Oh my! Jersey is setting people's minds back 15 years.
Well, Armin's a resident of Jersey, so he might be. I don't know how he feels, but he might be entitled to disagree. This one's popped up down the left side. Dominguez makes the catch for the first out.
Nice catch there. Almost overran it. Okay, I got to ask Armand then. I talk about this with my customers all the time, especially because I get such a diverse crowd of customers from Philly and New York. Is it pork roll or Taylor ham?
I think he actually answered this once, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I'm going to ask again because the Yankees are just, Luca, I think you are right, but I'm going to ask again. Alonso strikes out swinging with the base loaded, 1 out.
Anthony pitch inside to him. Count as 1-0. Still waiting on Mr. Alex.
Yeah, he said 8:30. Clown.
Counters 1-0. The pitch from Loizaga is swung on a line foul.
Count 1-1. See, the whole pork roll Taylor ham thing is.
This is a debate I really never cared about, to be honest.
I don't either. My conspiracy is everybody got so bored sitting in traffic that they had to start coming up with debates, and that's why there's a debate of does Central Jersey exist? Is a pork roll or Taylor ham? Whatever else you can come up with that I'm not thinking of.
Right.
I think pork roll sounds better personally, but I don't eat it, so I don't really. It doesn't matter to me.
2-1 pitch from Loizaga inside with 3-1.
Had I think pork roll Taylor ham existed during the Sopranos area and Tony Soprano said one or the other, I think that would have been the deciding factor.
Sean Armin's going to agree with you. He says pork roll.
Yeah, I know. I was responding to his
gotcha.
his comment.
Count is 3-1. The pitch from Loizaga is swung on and fouled off. Count is full.
Yeah, like I said though, had Tony Soprano said either pork roll or Taylor ham, that would have settled the debate because he is the king of Jersey.
Yes.
Not just North Jersey. I say all of Jersey. Fuck South Jersey.
Count is 3-2. Full count. Pitch from Loizaga. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. 2 gone.
Good outing for Loizaga so far. We're up Trevor's story. It's been a failed project.
Yeah, he's been
Boston
hurt
Red Sox
most of the
up
time.
to this point. Well, just think there were a lot of Yankee fans that wanted him.
That's
McNeil
true.
flies out.
Pitches inside, nearly hits Story. Count is 1-0.
Oh, you're giving them the look. Is it time? Yes, I'm getting optimistic.
Count is 1-0. Loizaga delivers. The pitch is grounded to third. Played there nicely by Peraza. Fields fires, gets the out. 1-2-3 inning for the Boston Red Sox. And the Yankees coming to bat, top of the 7th. It is Volpe Dominguez.
So it was a 1-2-3 inning for the Yankees, not the Red Sox.
Well, for the Red Sox batting, I should say. For the Yankees pitching, that's the proper term.
I gotta be a dick, you know that.
I know. Where's this A-Rod?
Stalk him. Find out.
I wonder if we have the Jeopardy theme song.
We could. By the way, we got an upset alert. The Colorado Rockies are up 4-1 on the Braves in the bottom of the 5th.
Interesting. So I'm gonna play this for right now until he comes in. Not the entire time.
I was gonna say, don't put our viewers to sleep. And if you guys copyright it, I'm gonna laugh at you. 5-1 Mets lead. Thank you for the Mets updates, Armand. We appreciate that. Ooh, Ron Killings attacks John Cena. I love it. I'm gonna put the sound on because I don't want to get copyrighted. I like this. Ron Killings. By the way, did you hear what Jason Kelsey had to say today?
I did not.
He says that he believes he has CTE.
Oh shit!
See,
really?
the only reason you know what? The only reason I question it is because he thinks he has it. Most people, I think, who have CTE just don't realize it because they're just crazy.
Yeah.
AKA Antonio Brown.
Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, by the way, Antonio Brown was seen in the Middle East today.
What?
Riding around on a bike. I'm not kidding. I thought I sent this to our group chat.
I might have missed it.
I know for a fact I did.
He would be evading arrest.
Yeah, he was in the Middle East. Yes, I did send it to the chat. I'll send it to our private.
All right,
yeah, he is. Yeah, with not a concern on his face whatsoever.
Count is 0-2 to Volpe after that fastball hitting upper 90s on the gun. Crochet winds, kicks, delivers the pitch. Volpe swings, lines to the left. That is a base hit. The Yankees get a leadoff runner on board.
Volpe actually getting Volpe got 2 hits on the night so far. When we go to the 7th inning stretch, we'll do another out-of-town scoreboard. How does that sound?
Gotcha.
Good news, too, also, even though the Yankees are losing, the Toronto Blue Jays are also losing. So if both teams lose tonight, we would not lose anything. But that does not justify losing to the Red Sox, obviously.
Right. Dominguez with a fouled off pitch count is 0-1.
This is what they need to do now. Crochet's at 82 pitches, so I think another hit, maybe another 2 hits, could do the trick and knock him out. I think either way, this is last inning.
Yeah, pitches outside, count is 1-1.
Yeah, but with Judge, that's a strike.
Yeah, apparently that pitch from the other at bat was 1-1. Crochet from the stretch. The pitch swung on and grounded right to Campbell. There's one on to first. It's a double play.
It's because this friggin' clown is now in our waiting room. Get Alex out of here. I blame him. Get him out the waiting room.
Yeah.
No. Get him out. No. Get out. No.
How is he going to dictate when it's
because
my
Luca's
channel?
Luca's been calling this all stream. You showed up late. Get out.
Hey, work is work.
I get out. You're a clown. It's
By the way,
fault.
Luca, I will say
we're still going to Steelers Jets. By the way,
who?
You know who? We're still dragging Luca. You know this.
That's not a conversation.
I said Luca's got to make a decision. Either we go to Steelers Jets or we go to Jets Bills in Buffalo.
Oh yeah, I like that idea too.
Oh.
And if you don't make a decision, he has to do both.
You're gonna have to bite the bullet on one of these decisions, Luca. It's just gonna have to happen.
Count is 1-1. Pitch to DJ LeMahieu is check swing. He did go around 1-2.
By the way, Luca, I'm a little bit ahead of you.
Okay. Aren't you so special?
Yeah.
Mister, I can show up late.
I can. You know what? No, now that Sean's being a sassy little bitch,
I'm taller than you.
I don't feel bad about your pizza experience.
Well, you know what? Fuck you.
By the way,
I'm getting a new pizza, so fuck you too.
Okay, and I didn't have to have a second try at dinner. What's up to the rest of the chat? By the way, I was at work till 8, so that's why I missed the first.
And then he showed up in an unequivocally late 1-2 pitch is high to LeMahieu.
Yeah, the second he enters the waiting room, fucking double play.
Actually, on my TV, I entered after the double play.
Well, guess what? You weren't here, so that doesn't count. Once you popped in, that's when the double play was hit.
2-2 is fouled off.
What's up, Taco? What's up, Jacob? What's up, Armand? What's up to the rest of the folks in the chat?
Man, the pitch count. He honestly, if the Red Sox really wanted to, they could let him
pitch him a shutout.
Fucking game.
A complete game shutout. Yeah, the way we're hitting.
2-2, and this one's lined into right field. Retreating is Anthony. He'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Another shutout inning for Crochet. We head to the bottom of the
minimum.
I
said, Alex, I will say this. At least this is going better than the Giants stream. 5-0 after before and out.
That was one of the worst games we've ever called.
Literally, I've ever watched.
And then we hit rain delay, and they didn't call it for like a few hours. That was bullshit.
God, that was painful. Anyway, out of town scoreboard update brought to you by me. The Philadelphia Phillies currently lead the Toronto Blue Jays by a score of 5-0. That game is in the middle of the 8th. Armand actually providing some stats for me. Ranger Suarez tonight against the Jays, 7-inning pitched, 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, no earned runs. So Philly's starting to get back on track after becoming the Pirates' little bitch. Pittsburgh runs PA, always has in every sport. In Detroit, the Tigers lead the Reds by a score of 3-2. That game's in the top of the sixth. As Armand has been providing for us, the Mets lead the Rays by a score of 5-1. Rockies currently upsetting the Braves. That score is 4-1. That game is going into the top of the sixth. Braves just continuing to crumble. I know Armand's going to be enjoying that.
I hate to
Marlins and Nationals are currently in a rain delay. Marlins up 6-2. This game is currently in the bottom of the fourth. The Cardinals and Brewers are scoreless going in the bottom of the fourth. Rangers lead the White Sox 2-0, bottom three. The Apple TV game of the week, Orioles lead the Angels 1-0, top of the third. They started late due to rain. Athletics and Royals tied at 1. That game's in the top of the third. Athletics threatening with 2 on and 2 out. The Twins trail the Astros 5-0. That game is in the top of the third down in Houston. Another Apple TV game of the week. Actually a decent matchup. Padres and D-backs. That game at 9:40. Guardians Mariners 10-10. Giants and Dodgers 10-10. We'll see Logan Webb versus Yoshinobu Yamamoto. First game of that rivalry. The Pirates and Cubs played earlier this afternoon. Pirates won 2-1 in 10. Ian Hamilton is the new pitcher there for the Yankees.
I will say this also as well. While we're tailgating
next week,
right? Yeah. While we're tailgating for the race next week,
which I have more to add, by the way.
We can watch the Yankees Orioles game on
11:30. Who's got
11:30 in the morning?
Who's got Roku or whatever the fuck? 11:30 in the morning. Imagine traveling all the way down to Baltimore and you got to be at the stadium at like fucking 10 a.m. to catch the game. It's not fucking Little League.
No, it's at Yankee Stadium.
I thought it was in Baltimore.
No, it's at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, that's even worse. God. All right. From where you live in Bensonhurst, what time would you have to get onto the train to get there for when the gates open, which would be 10 o'clock?
At least 7:30.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's terrible.
That means I would probably have to leave from Staten Island at like 6 to get the 7 o'clock ferry. Well, actually, no, because once I get off the ferry, it's only a 20-minute ride on the train. So maybe not that early.
Here is Ceddanne Rafaela. Pitch on the way from Hamilton is chopped to the left side. Nicely played there by Peraza, and that throws to first, second out of the inning.
I would say the only problem with that would be Sunday service. Because, the MTA, stealing money from the people.
They always have been, they always will be. Not afraid of getting sued for that.
No, I'm not either. Meanwhile, I'm trying to apply to work for them, so there's that.
Just don't show them this.
I won't, but let's just hope they don't go digging.
Pitch on the way to Campbell is in there for a called strike. Count as 0-1. Sean, what's your controversial take that you were going to tell Alex?
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Oh, I guess he didn't hear it when I already talked about it. I said, basically, I forget how we got in. We were talking about like MetLife Stadium experiences and stuff like that.
1-2-3 inning.
1-2-3. Nice catch by Judge. That will end the inning. We go to the eighth. Yankees trail 1-0. My controversial take is that I don't fully see the appeal of concerts.
I can agree with that.
Thank you. I'm actually.
I don't. Why is that?
Surprised.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Why is that controversial?
Well, everybody says it's like a fun experience. You get to see your favorite band. I don't know. I don't see the appeal.
MSG is that though. Like, all right. You were talking about MetLife Stadium, right? Were you guys talking about?
I'm talking in general. I
know.
That's what led.
Were you talking about at all? I'm just curious. Again, didn't listen. I listened to part of the stream when I was in the car on the way home. Did you guys see what Luca probably saw it. Sean, did you see what the field looks like now that they actually have grass on it?
Yeah, I did see that. But by the way, defensive substitution. David Hamilton has substituted for Christian Campbell. I got to step away. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
That's fine. But it just shows, and thank you, Armin, for the notes on the Rays Mets game. But it just shows, right, that how many people were asking in those threads, oh, this is the Johnson's fault or this is the Maris fault. I mean, it's really not that hard to put down an actual like solid grass. It needs maintaining. There's ways around that politically. There's ways around that, philosophically, it's just they don't want to do it.
Exactly.
They don't want to do it. If you don't mind, would like to call this top of the 8th.
Okay, I'll take a back seat.
Yeah.
Even though you were late.
Even though I was late, yes. So, heading to the top of the 8th, Crochet back in for another inning. There's a ground ball to second base. Throws, fires, got him. 1 pitch, 1 out. Austin Wells with the ground out. David Hamilton, as Sean remarked, made the play at second base. He is now in the game. Which will bring up Oswald Peraza, who's hitting a 165. Surprisingly, he's still up, but the Yankees don't have a lot of options in the minors. 165 this season. His defense is there. His offense isn't. Pitch is in there for a strike. Count is 0-1. Is Jazz back in the lineup, or is he still dealing with his groin or whatever? Ground ball, broken bat. And that almost gets the third baseman. He still makes the play. And that's the second out of the inning. Why are the Yankees not fucking taking pitches?
They've had this aggressive approach all night.
It stinks.
Because Crochet, as you said, can throw a complete game if he wanted to.
Abraham Toro made the play at third, battling a dwindling bat. Why? Take some pitches. Oh, I can't. Anyway, here is the leadoff hitter, Paul Goldschmidt, hitting .310 on the season. His 2 groundouts and a flyout today. One of the Yankee veterans. Played surprisingly well this season. And that's fouled away. Whoever constructed this approach needs to really be counseled. Garrett Whitlock, the former New York Yankee, is in the bullpen for the Boston Red Sox. The 0-1. Goldschmidt. High pop-up. Left side. Story's going to back off, and the catch is made by former Yankee Robert Refsnyder. And they go down 1-2-3. We'll head to the middle of the 8th, to the bottom of the 8th, excuse me. And Red Sox are up 1-0. What the fuck?
What a limp dick Yankee night.
What's up to El Capitan? This game's only gone like 2-ish, not even 2-ish hours.
Sean did predict this would be a 4-hour game, right?
Yeah, and he predicts the total opposite. Unfucking believable. Unbelievable, but yeah. Oh man, we got a month till training. They didn't come out with training camp dates, right? Just OTAs and mini camp. Okay. Cool. Coolie.
Boy.
Sean, you just missed the shortest inning in baseball ever.
There was a whole inning already? I thought we were going commercial.
Yeah, no.
Dead ass. I thought I didn't think I missed anything.
The first two were a ground out and a pop out to Rob Refsnyder.
Oh God.
Wells swung at the first pitch, and then Peraza took like 2 pitches, and then Goldschmidt.
Forgive me for eating.
Yeah, you're fine. Raiders are going to be great this season.
Hey,
yeah,
you know what though? This is at least the respect. I don't know if you want to put me on full camera.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, we're going to do that. Hold it.
I'm not going to show you the whole pie because I gave my mother obviously a few slices. I'm not that much of a pig. That at least looks like a halfway decent pizza.
Is that Dom and Alley's?
No, this is Valerio's. Look, no flop. 1 bite. Everybody knows.
Wait, hold on a second. Time the fuck out. You reordered from them after that bullshit?
No, the first place I ordered from was Pocono Pizza.
Oh, never have them again.
No, I'm never going there again. Not after that shit.
Well, you don't even need to, because that's where I thought you ordered from at first, and I'm like, why would you go there again?
Valerio's doesn't deliver, and I was home by myself, so I had.
They don't do no Uber Eats or any of that shit.
No,
that's a little stupid. But
the
anyway,
only reason I ever got from Pocono Pizza is because it's right here. It only normally takes me 25 minutes to get.
Yeah. Ian Hamilton coming in back in the game, and the pitch is in there for a strike to Jaron Duran. Duran pinch hit.
This guy in charge of calling the game. That's Luca's job.
Hey, it's me.
No.
Refsnyder pinch hitting for the left fielder Rob Refsnyder.
Red Sox fans are doing the wave.
Yeah.
At least I think they are.
Swung on and missed. Count is 1-2.
Sean, if you haven't paid
Bronx-
attention,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you haven't paid attention, Alex already screwed up. He said Ref Snyder was pinch hitting for Ref Snyder.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
I was
Yes,
not
you
paying
did.
attention.
Yes, you did. You said Ref Snyder is pinch hitting for Ref Snyder.
Did I say that? I don't think I did.
I don't recall.
If I did, I apologize, but I don't think I said that. 0-2 to Durant. Swing and a miss. He got him. High four-seam fastball, and it is one away, which will bring up Rafael Devers. You know, I still have PTSD when it was 2017. I remember I was in my mom's bedroom at the farmhouse in Pennsylvania, and then I just see Chapman give up an opposite field home run to fucking Devers.
Yeah, I was home with my. Actually, I was watching that by myself. My dad was bowling, and my mother she was in her room.
It just fouled away by Devers. You know what? You know what pisses me off? This is the third year in a row that Yankees Red Sox is Father's Day.
See, I was right. See, Luca thought I was wrong.
No, because me and Sox for like 3 years were talking about going to Boston. And by the way, to add to Disgruntled's point, that's a game we're kind of talking about going to. As Devers hits this one to left field, this one's going to be off the top of the wall. Getting that is Jason Dominguez. He's going to look to fire it in, but Devers will be at first base with a off the wall single. That's a game we're looking to possibly go to. It's actually, you know what? It's funny enough. That's cheaper than the Detroit game against the Giants. Detroit game is like 300 plus.
Wait, talking about Giants Patriots?
No. Giants Raiders versus Giants Lions. But the reason I brought up the Father's Day thing is because me and Sox were planning out like, oh, maybe we should go to Boston for, Yankees Red Sox, and well, the last 3 times it's been on Father's Day, and obviously the prices are going to be exorbitant. So
prices are going to be higher. You really don't want to go out when you're with family, whatever.
No, you don't want to do stuff like that.
So anyway, with them, but
Fernando Cruz, it looks like he will come into the game as Aaron Boone is coming out for a conference, or he's going to take him out. Is he going to take the ball from him, or is he going to give him a pep? He is going to Fernando Cruz. I don't understand. He didn't do that bad.
Punting.
We're using pitchers for the sake of using pitchers.
As if we didn't use half our bullpen last night.
Unbelievable. But
this is why are you touching him like that? Pause.
Yeah. But at least I will say 2 things, right? So keep on the lookout. And Sean and Luca partially already know what I'm talking about. So for the next few weeks, prepare for a big channel announcement. That's number 1. Number 2, aside from next weekend, because next weekend's a big weekend for all of us, Sean is in the midst of...
I give you guys a real redneck experience. I can't wait.
Yeah, Sean's going to be, in the midst of race weekend. He's moving back up to Pennsylvania, so there's not going to be any...
Moving back up to Pennsylvania. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, that I know I messed up on.
I live in Pennsylvania. I fucking hate it here. Let me move up to Pennsylvania. What, am I going to go on a higher mountain? Is that what you're saying here?
Goodbye. I fucking...
You kicked me for 2 seconds. Let me see. Is there a soundbite I could play? Hold on.
Bro kicks himself out.
No, fuck, man.
That would have been
kid. Actually, hold on. Wait a minute. Let's see if we have this in the archives. Put that one in the books.
Sean, you moved from Pennsylvania back to Pennsylvania. How do you like that?
Nah, Amish country's more in the valley. I got to go upward, which means I guess I got to go more central PA.
Yeah.
So
that's...
Yeah, basically.
Okay. I get it. StreamYard.
So that proves my suspicions that Alex...
That doesn't mean I said the Durant thing wrong, though.
Yeah, you said you had Rev Snyder pinch hitting for Rev Snyder.
Nobody commented on it. So, Luca, even if you did, even you're the only one who caught it, no one else did. So,
yeah, you're it's a tie. But anyway, Sean's going to be moving back up to New York after race weekend, so there's not going to be some sort of stream. But I at least want to try for like one Yankee stream until, I'm going to have a discussion backstage with these two.
I said we're looking at the possibility of the Subway Series.
Yes.
Possibly.
Let's see. That's
depends on a few factors.
Yeah, Depends on a few factors. I mean, the 4th, I'm going to be in Staten Island, so that's an automatic no. The
Well,
5th and the 6th,
yeah,
there's.
I think the 6th was the cheapest game. Armand had brought up the prices to us earlier.
Oh, I
He
thought
said it
you.
was
I
like,
thought you meant calling the game. Oh yeah.
no, I'd like to go to Citi Field.
I
I
thought you
want to
said you
go.
didn't want to go to the Subway Series this year.
I
At Yankee
know, but
Stadium.
well, no, at Yankee Stadium, I would have loved to have been at. But you know what? We've gone to so many new stadiums just in the last 2 years. I don't want to go to Citi Field until I've been to the Subway Series at
Okay.
Citi Field, if you know what I mean.
No, I understand. Marcelo Meyer just took a ball inside, which advanced Rafael Devers over to second base.
The Mets blew a 5-1 lead. It's 7-5 Rays. The
Jesus.
night is getting worse.
Cruz pitch. Nice splitter. Count goes to 1-2. Due up in the 9th for the Yankees, it is Ben Rice, Aaron Judge, and Cody Bellinger.
Yeah, will Judge strike out a 4th time?
Jesus. Well, also it's clutch, so you expect the opposite to happen.
The anti-clutch.
Well, essentially what I'm saying.
Nice swing and a miss.
Marcelo Meyer fouls this one off. But we just love using those pitchers.
Yes, we do.
Can't believe it's almost the end of June. Like
we were just saying, in fact, that it's almost time for the All-Star break.
Yeah, I'm literally looking at the remaining schedule. I'm like, fuck, man.
Well, what's weird is we haven't really heard a lot of promoting yet for it. Normally, they usually start like end of May, right? Like they start
Yeah.
like,
the only thing I've seen is like on the app is like, oh, vote this into the All-Star game.
The only thing I saw voting wise for the All-Star game was somebody making a meme about the fact that the Rockies are trying to push to get All-Star votes.
That's sad. Chapman is up in the bullpen for the Red Sox.
Oh,
pitch, swing, and a miss.
I'm a whole
strikeout for the Yankees. This one coming off the bat of Marcelo Meyer, and it's 2 gone. Oof.
Again, chat, I apologize for eating. They get after a bad dinner experience.
Yeah, that he rightfully deserves.
Yeah, apparently. Well, honestly, I can't even disagree, Alex, because it's the mistake I made. I almost knocked my food over. It's the mistake I made actually trusting a place in PA to make good pizza. This guy I always trust. Valerio's Pizza, I trust them because the owner is actually from Italy. So it's thin crust. It's well done. Tastes pretty good. Obviously, it's not New York good, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Here is former Yankee Carlos Narvaez, and I know you guys were talking. I know you guys were talking about this on stream a little while ago. There was a graphic, I think it was by Bleacher Report or something, that has him as like the 3rd best catcher in the American League.
Statistically speaking, he's only behind Cal Raleigh in 2 of the 3 major stats.
Yeah, let me look up because I want to see if that thing is still up there. But it's kind of crazy. Someone who's like a minor leaguer, who thought of to be nobody, and then he goes to the Red Sox.
Somebody in the chat earlier, I don't remember who, asked, is Carlos Narvaez better than Austin Wells? I said, as of right now, yes.
I would say, yeah, because Wells is just, defensively, yes, but
he can't consistently hit.
Him and Peraza literally have the same issue.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't. Anyway. And yeah, they are doing the wave, as you guys will see.
Like the Bronx Zoo always says, there's no such thing as a Red Sox fan. They're only stadium fans. I think that's what he says, something like that. They only go for the experience. They're not there to actually watch the team.
I don't know. I feel like Boston fans are hard up.
I feel like the fans outside of Boston are. Like the rest of the other 9 states or whatever in New England.
Cruz struggling against Narvaez here, and he lifts to a 3-1 count. So that it was BR, it was Bleacher Report. Cal Raleigh, Will Smith, and Carlos Narvaez with Carson Kelly as a close 4th. So 3-1 pitch.
Alex, question.
Swing and a miss. What's up?
Obviously, we watched my reaction to my 20th overall pick for the Steelers.
Yes, I
What do you think would have been the fate of this pizza that night? Do you think it would still be here?
You might have spit out the piece of pizza if you were
Oh
calling.
no, I wouldn't. I don't spit out food unless it's disgusting.
And a walk
But
for
in terms of the
bias.
remaining slices,
You would have opened that window next to you and you would have flung it to the bears.
I don't want bears over here though. I seen what me and my mother almost ran over one
but
the
Sean,
other day.
just you got to know in that moment you're not really thinking.
No, that is true.
Luca
Now,
called this pitch.
It was a ball 4.
Me and my mother actually almost ran over a bear the other day, jumped right out in front of the car. By the way, RIP to my mother's car, having to get rid of it.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah, it's all rusty. The bottom is anyway. I think so it couldn't be fixed. Still got my dad's truck, but
here is Romeo Anthony. From the stretch is Cruz. The pitch downstairs 1-0. Anthony 0 for 3, 2 runners on, 1-0 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. Red Sox up 1-0.
it's still a game. Just need the offense to wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
When will that be? Who knows?
Luke, I'm ready to take it whenever.
All right. Take it.
So 2-0.
You already hijacked the stream as it is, so I don't know why he's asking.
And pickoff attempt. Second base for Devers. Nothing there. I have a question for Sean.
I might have an answer.
At the end of this AB, and I know me, Luca, and Armand were talking about it.
I'm intrigued. Did you, by the way, did you hear my jersey story earlier?
No, actually.
Well, keep a long story short, I was talking to Calvin and his friend. His friend lives somewhere, I believe, down south. And his friend was talking about how this lady with a jersey plate was sitting at a gas pump for over an hour waiting for someone to come pump her gas.
Sitting in the South waiting or sitting in Jersey waiting?
In the South.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know what to say to that.
I laughed because unfortunately I can't even blame her. That's just Jersey.
Yeah. 3-0 pitch to Anthony, and that is a strike. Count as and
Okay,
Scott Efros is in the bullpen.
Bro had a 9 ERA in Scranton.
But Alan Winans is just sitting there.
With a what? 1.43 ERA? But no,
and the bases are loaded.
Efros.
Hey guys, the bases are loaded.
Like I said,
you know what, guys? I dare them. I dare them to bring in Scott Efros. But they're not.
So we can give them the game?
I mean, do you really believe in the Yankees offense at the top of the ninth inning?
Well, who's due up? That's a better question.
It's Rice, Judge, and Bellinger.
They got a chance.
Trevor Story is up against Cruz.
If Cruz can't get Story out, then it's over.
We're cooked.
It's cooked, Luca?
It's cooked.
Actually, no. Here's what's going to happen. Red Sox are going to get 1, make it 2-0. Judge hits a home run, then the game is over. Get that? Remember, if we're going to lose, we have to get that false sense of hope.
Yes.
Right. Count is 1-0. Pitch a little bit lower than the strike zone on the inside. Bernardino is now in the bullpen for the Boston Red Sox. Another fresh arm alongside Aroldis Chapman, just in case this game is broken open.
This game gets broken open. We're ending the stream in the next 5 minutes.
1-0. 2-0. Pitch is low.
I feel like I'm watching Clay Holmes.
On the strike zone.
I feel like I'm watching Clay Holmes.
Oh, I think we're in for worse. And I know that's sometimes not possible, but
it is right here.
Well, the Yankees also didn't show up the first 8 innings on offense. Pitch from Cruz to Story. Story with a high fly ball. Left field.
Please tell me.
At the wall, it's caught by Dominguez, and they get out of the jam.
I will not leave Clay Holmes alone. That man scarred me. in so many ways.
All I know is last year we
Oh
were in
damn!
Yankee
I thought that
Stadium.
was a home run right there.
Yeah, that's why I had my voice like that, and I'm like, are they gonna blow it?
Scared.
I have something to present real quick.
No good.
Oh yeah, no, fuck Devin Williams.
This is ESPN's presentation of the finals of what's going on right now. It's going viral on Twitter, and it is Friday the 13th.
Oh, good God.
All right.
I gotta full screen this. Sorry, chat. I'm gonna ignore you for like 2 minutes. Oh, ain't that nice?
They did a little
Oh,
Sopranos.
or is it an ad? Oh,
Friday.
Go back to that. Go back to that.
What?
Go back to that.
Wait.
Go back to that graphic.
he's
No,
gotta
pause
catch
it when you get to that
he
graphic.
he ain't gonna do it. You're gonna have to slow
It
the.
looks like something I did.
Yeah, facts. That looks like something that
That's
you can
terrible.
make with like iMovie.
Bro, that's terrible.
Bro, fuck that. What they did with the trophy, making it a fucking computer generated thing on the court.
That was a disgrace.
Bro, fuck ESPN.
I don't know what the point I was getting at before Luca came in.
You deserved it. Oh God.
They'll come to me. All right, so we head to the top of the 9th inning.
Last chance for the Yankees.
The Yankees.
Last licks.
Chat don't get that reference, Luca. I hate to break it to you.
Yeah, that would have to be further explained.
And unfortunately, I don't even think we could explain that story if we wanted to.
Garrett Crochet still in the game.
I told you he's gonna do it. I'm calling it now. If I was a betting man, I would put money on this.
Maybe Luca will.
Luca, put money on that he gets a complete game shutout.
Right now.
ESPN bet.
Sure, $5.
Pitch is just inside. Count is 1-0.
I don't know what you would get from that, but
this Big Blue in the Bronx presentation of Yankees Red Sox is brought to you by SeatGeek. $20 off on your online order with the promo code Big Blue in the Bronx.
Alex, you're lying. It's driven by Jeep.
Yeah, it's driven by Jeep. So Jaron Duran will remain in left field. Marcelo Meyer at third, and Abraham Torre moves over to first as Ben Rice.
Dead ass.
Sure.
What do you think it would cost to try to get Jeep to sponsor your videos?
I'm sorry. I'll answer that in a second. Check swing down to third, and he did go, so it's 1-2. Yeah, he went. It would take a lot of reaching out to them and a lot of unanswered emails.
Yeah.
Ground ball to second. Throw, fire, got him. One away.
Bruh.
So right now it's giving me money line odds. Aaron Judge obviously is yet to bat or is going to bat. That odds just went away. So pitch, let me see. Ball, now it's giving me odds for the first pitch. Ball in play, strike, or foul. Or it's also giving me the odds for inning team to score. Will the Yankees score in the 9th? Yes or no?
No. Pitch is high to Judge 1-0.
I like
Judge
how we all
hits
a dinger right here.
No.
I hope Judge hits a dinger right here, just so we're all wrong.
If I bet $5, I only get 50 cents.
That's stupid.
Never mind. Fuck that. That's gay.
Swing and a miss. Count is
I
1-1.
just got you canceled.
It's actually 42 cents now.
What? Okay.
What's the point of putting in $5 if you're going to get 42 cents?
Okay, so what happens if you bet $1?
Oh,
Ground ball foul to the left side. Judge is now facing a 1-2 count.
What happens if you bet $1? What do you get? 15 cents?
8.
8?
That's fucking stupid.
That's so dumb. Okay, what if you bet 5 cents? I'm gonna play this game.
You win nothing. It's like that SpongeBob meme. Nothing.
Oh, I thought you had a base hit there.
Has to be. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Or what do they got? Minimums?
1 cent. For the price of a nickel, you win a penny.
Place that bet. I don't even care. You always skip Alex on pennies anyway, so
1-2. 2-2.
The minimum wager is 10 cents, folks.
ah.
Damn. It's like you're not even losing anything if you do lose the bet. Anyway.
Should I do 10 cents or no?
Pitch.
No.
Judge fouls it away. Dude, he could have gotten a hook of that one.
Oh, grief.
Unbelievable.
This is painful.
This is painful.
Oh, God.
Judge facing a 2-2 count from Crochet. The pitch inside 3-2.
Betting for the love
Yes,
of the
did
game.
an absolutely terrible job there because they zoomed in like Judge had just struck it out. That pitch was on the white. Wrong.
There wouldn't even be a bet for the love of the game because we're betting against our team.
Swung on and drilled deep to left field. This ball is back, and the Yankees have tied the game.
Go! Fuck you, Boston! Let's go! I didn't even see it yet. Let's go.
26th home run of the
I'm gonna
season.
do my call now. I'm gonna do mine.
Scorching 443 feet.
Hit in the air, deep left field. There
Absolutely crushed that shit.
See ya out of Fenway Park. You love to see it. Fuck you, Boston. You fucking cocksucking pieces of shit. Now that's union, baby. Fuck Boston. 443. I love it. Luca, it's your turn. I think you're ahead of me, so that kind of becomes moot, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, Luca would have lost 10 cents right there.
Yeah.
See, I didn't put the bet down. That ball was a screamer off
tied with Kyle Raleigh for home runs this season.
Oh, look at those little Boston bitches crying. You love to see it.
I hope this isn't bad karma in which they get walked off at the bottom of the
Shut up, Alex.
And now that you said that,
shut up,
I'm
Alex.
going to be in New York tomorrow and kick your fucking ass.
What, with Devin Williams coming in?
Shut up, Alex.
Heartbreak as requested by you guys. Bro, watch the one fan with the blue shirt, the bright Blue Jays looking blue shirt. Bro, put his head down in disappointment.
Why would you throw a meatball there, though?
He's already
Crochet's going to come out of the gate.
He's already 105 pitches in.
It's up to Valix Prime Sports, and Aroldis Chapman's coming in.
Why? What difference is it going to make now?
Well, I mean, it really doesn't make any difference because you can't get a save situation. So, you just put the best pitcher in.
Sean, look at our big group chat. One of our friends needs your opinion on something Staten Island related.
Oh, no.
Which one? The Pocono chat or the other chat?
Big chat. The other big chat.
Our old friend Jason from school liked my picture of the PA pizza. Okay.
Wait, where did you post it?
My story.
Oh. Well, I mean, I've heard before that the same owner of that place was doing some inappropriate things, but let me not get into that. I have this channel shut down and get a FARA violation.
That's all right. I already said something stupid before, so.
Well, we might be braced for extra innings.
Should I do a bet?
No.
What are you betting?
No, because now you bet something positive. We're going to friggin' lose.
Let's see. The Yankees got run line, money line, Bellinger's first pitch, whether it's a ball or a strike.
Actually, it might be worth betting. Bet the under.
The under of what?
Whatever the over-under is.
One of my friends who's longtime YouTuber said that in-game betting is stupid.
Depends on what you're betting exactly.
Here's Chapman to Bellinger. Imagine this matchup in 2017.
Oh, God.
Chapman 1.59 ERA. 14th all-time in career saves. Pitch. Bellinger fouls this one away. Just a tad inside.
See, there's one downside to this. Because we're on the road. If we go up, Devin Williams has to come in.
Exhale.
Yes, Taco, I actually do agree with that.
Pitch. touch the inside corner. But
Well,
it's
to be
all-
fair, I think all gambling is for degenerates. I'm probably calling some of y'all out, and I apologize. You'll never catch me betting.
2-1. Outside 3-1. Bellinger ahead in the count. I mean, I used to bet on like poker games, but that's
I think it's only really fun if you're like in like say like Atlantic City or something, you're on vacation or whatever, but I could not sit there glued to my TV. Sorry, Armand. It's not just you. I'll call a lot of people out, but no, I don't know. Sitting at home, just gambling money away, or I don't
I'd
know.
rather sit in like a sports book.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
Then
the one
again,
in
the only
Atlantic
thing is
City,
that's not cheap.
the one we saw in Atlantic City.
My buddy from the gym said that pizza's a bad representation of what we really are.
There's something to be said about that.
It is something to be said because PA pizza is typically not that bad. Like in
No,
terms
it's
of
not
what's that
atrocious.
look like you could at least find like halfway decent food up here. That was not halfway decent. That wasn't even decent. It was just flat out fucking disgusting.
3-2 fouled away. Bellinger battling in the count. You know what you could do with that, Sean? If you ever get mad again, and I'm sure you won't have that type of insanity that you had when you had your
Not anytime soon.
No. I'm talking your tooth surgery when you were sitting in the house and you were doing all that.
Oh yeah,
nonsense,
and I wasn't allowed to eat
and
everything.
you on Facebook with all the people.
Oh
and
yeah.
this
Oh yeah, I
fly
gotta
ball
explain that to the chat.
blooper caught.
Basically, chat, after I had my wisdom tooth pulled, I was stuck in the house for like 4 days and I couldn't eat anything. So I was picking Facebook fights with Pennsylvanians who like to think that they have the best pizza in the Northeast.
So if you ever go on your insanity run again, then that's a piece of know.
No, I did. I thought of that earlier too.
It's like, this is what you call good pizza? I wonder what their Google reviews are. Probably like a 4.2 at best. Pitch to Volpe.
Actually, you know what's sad was the first time I had them, I actually put a review on the Slice app, and I think I gave them like a 7 something. I did.
That place itself has changed so many names and so many
ownerships. And so many ownerships.
Strike 2 to Volpe.
And they all got the same story. They start out great and they fall to shit.
Yeah, they plateau. And then they go down and down.
Well, there's reasons for it, but I don't think I could say them on here. So
103 sinker upstairs. Sir Afram is in the building. What's up?
Hello there.
What's up, Mr. Afram? Hope all is well.
Well, I mean, yeah, this is something that me and Luca, endeavored in recent weeks, but due to circumstances that, I mean, I'm not going to call anybody out here. I'm not a dick.
Yes,
well,
I mean, I am a dick, but you know what?
You are what you eat.
That's a sackable offense. But no, because I'm a mature adult.
No, you're
that doesn't
not.
happen anymore.
You are not a mature adult. Stop lying to yourself.
2-2. Fouled away.
Every time I change his profile picture, it just changes back to Vinny's.
Yeah, Sean is actually
I
Vinny.
don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time I did a live stream, I was in Athens, Georgia, so it's been a minute.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, aren't you special?
Center field, and we are going to the bottom of the 9th.
Great. Well, again, Alex, if we're gonna lose, we at least got that false sense of hope that we knew was coming.
Yep.
So we got the bottom of the order coming up for the Red Sox. So let's see what happens. Somehow they're gonna fuck this up.
But if you guys haven't already, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Subscribe to Pinstripes, Cloud Drivers, Knicks Cast, and Gangrene.
I'm not gonna lie. That Judge home run looked very similar to the Stanton home run a few years ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
Especially in terms of distance. That looked very similar. My nose is itchy.
Luca, sources tell me that Sean is gonna have a slice of Gaglianos before he goes.
No, I'll tell you the truth. I have not had them in like a year. We stuck with Pocono Pizza because really their service wasn't that bad up until tonight. My mother, as soon as she walked in the door, she said, "Did you complain yet?" I'm not doing that. Unfortunately, the standard is not very good up here, so they're just gonna say, "Well, people like it." So, and actually, my one complaint won't affect anything because on Uber Eats, they're like the #1 place people order from in my area. So
that's terrible.
It ain't gonna work. Well, it would help if maybe fucking Valerio's would start delivering, but they won't, which I actually kind of respect because that leads me that's usually a good
means
sign.
You kind of like have a higher standard.
Yeah, you have a higher standard and you expect people to go, which they're not cashless, but they expect you to go and pick it up. So
yeah,
maybe I shouldn't be that harsh on them.
Or you could just open your own pizza place.
I could. I hire a bunch of Sicilians.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So the Yankees' upcoming schedule, they're in Boston tomorrow and Sunday. Then we get the Angels for 4. For whatever reason, they play us stuff. And then we get the Orioles for 3. So after Boston, we go back home. And like Alex said, we're gonna have to get we're gonna have to get one of them TVs that we can watch with the box on it that we'll watch at the race during the tailgate.
Peraza makes the catch and foul territory for the first out. Sedane Rafaela, or is he coming back to? No, Tim Hill's, I think, got to come in.
My God.
Or he's up in the he's up in the pen, but because I saw one of the players coming back, and Rafaela is up at the plate.
So the $1 million question is, if we go to extras, you need a pitcher to eat some innings. Who is that pitcher?
Swing and a miss, terrible right there.
Because you've already run through half your bullpen again. Loizaga would have made sense a few years ago.
Now he can only pitch 1 inning.
Is it
Pro would be great if he was still in the pen. I guess De Los Santos would be the only one that makes sense, but he threw 40 pitches the other day, so he may not be back at full strength.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the bullpen budget now.
Yeah, I was literally reading off that.
Efros, Hamilton, or Yuri De Los Santos.
Yeah, I picked De Los Santos.
It's probably going to be the only one that makes sense. We only got 3 pitchers left in the fucking pen. Nice work, Aaron Boone.
0-2. Check swing. First base umpire says he did not go. That's Jeremy Rehack at first. Did he go on replay? No, not too much. He just held up.
See, at least Luca had the decency to pause his screen so that we could be in sync. Then there's Alex here.
You didn't ask me.
He shouldn't have to. Luca offered at least. Look at this fucking guy.
1-2.
Hogging up the screen because he thinks he's the shit.
To Rafaela. Pitch, swing, and a miss. Struck him out. 2-way. That's not. I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Yes,
no,
you did.
I was on a completely different tab.
You're lying.
You guys are trying to set me up.
I didn't do a thing.
Now, Aaron Boone is going to take out Fernando Cruz with 2 outs.
Yes. So now we'll be down to 2 pitchers.
I don't get this friggin' fetish.
Aaron Boone has been a manager for 7 fucking years, and he still can't manage a pen.
I don't understand why you take a pitcher out with 2 outs.
Is it a lefty on lefty matchup? Not that it really fucking matters, but
we just have Rafaela. Hamilton is the next hitter.
Left-handed, and he's a lefty. So
I mean, Hamilton's hitting 190.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, unless his splits he hits 950 against fucking righties and like 50 against lefties. I don't exactly see how that. I don't fucking know. I don't know. By the way, Alex, if we do win, could you clip our reaction to us taking the lead? Or tying the game, I should say.
Yeah.
If we win.
Yeah, I could chop it up.
I think that was a good
Oh!
moment.
Here's my question. Have you because as I said, me, Armin, and Luca were talking about it. What do you think of the Shamar Stewart situation?
Shamar Stewart situation. What are you talking about?
The Bengals, the first round rookie who still has
who's
essential
having a
contract.
holdout? That kid.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not surprised because they're doing the same thing with Trey Hendrickson. So, no, I'm convinced the Bengals just do not. Yes, Jacob, exactly. Over managing. No, the Bengals, they're shooting themselves in the foot. They literally had one of the worst defenses in football last year. They gave 44 points to Russell fucking Wilson. What does that tell you?
That's a
Sorry,
shame we
Alex.
don't play the Bengals this year.
And
We do.
if you don't have Trey Hendrickson, that
No, we
defense is
don't.
going to be a no. I was talking
You
about the
didn't
Bengals.
say that,
you fucking
Alex.
idiot.
Luca, you said you do. I'm like, no, we don't play the Bengals.
I said my team.
I'm not talking about your team. I'm about talking about my team.
Okay. Anyway, if Trey Hendrickson does not play for the Bengals, they will their defense will be turnstiles. There's my point. Before y'all start
They're just going to give up every hole in the running game. Pitch from Hill to Hamilton is in their first strike count is 1-1.
Bro, Bengals might let Aaron Rodgers fuck around and throw 5 touchdowns.
Oh yeah, and the Steelers will still
the fact
lose.
That they let Russell Wilson put up 44 on them last year was insane.
Swing and a miss. Count is 1 and 2.
I still say the most fun game last year and the best game last year, one of the best games ever, was that game at the bar in Manhattan. When we beat Washington. And at least, Alex, you could say, all right, well, at least I got to watch a rival lose. Luca was just there for the sake of being
Well, we did that twice because remember the Eagles lost against Washington.
Yes, that is true.
That was great.
Yes, and for those who don't know, the day after my dad's funeral, we went to one of our favorite sports bars, kind of like a celebration of his life. And the Eagles were the featured game against Washington, obviously being in PA. And us and this other table of Steeler fans, we were the only people rooting against Philly. And we actually got our wish. And there were a lot of people that really hated us.
Well, the Eagles fans got the last laugh, didn't they?
They did. But you know what? We had fun that day. That day was more important.
Yeah. I heard more of the Bengals, the clauses if Stewart.
Look, I'm just gonna say this as the inning continues. I'm sorry, Eagles fans. Stop talking like you have this fucking dynasty. You have 2 fucking rings. All right? You don't even have half of what we have. You only have half of what the Giants have. And it took you 50-something years to pass the fucking Jets. So humble yourselves, Philly.
Fly ball, right field. This one's caught by Judge, and we're going extras.
Yay, it's time for goofball baseball.
Dominguez, LeMahieu, and Wells due up. LeMahieu, the best out of those. Yeah. I heard more in the Bengals. The clauses is that if Stewart gets injured or any trouble at that point, it would void all the guarantee money. Hey, guess what? Why'd you pick him?
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously. And you know what, Sean? I didn't know this, and I presented it to Armin. If Stewart sits out the entire season, you can just enter the next year draft.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
I actually didn't know that. That's funny. Could you imagine?
That I don't know where he would get. That'd be an interesting mock draft.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That's the Bungles. You know what? Let me give you the recipe for the Steelers to win the division. And it's exactly what you think it's going to be. A bunch of bullshit.
Yes.
You're going to have the Browns, who are the Browns, who will somehow still beat us at least once, but they're still going to win 3 fucking games. You have the Bengals literally keeping all their players from being signed so that they're going to have Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow continue to have generational talent and do nothing with it because they got no defense. They'll put up
50, like the Angels.
I was like, they'll put up 54 only to give up 58. And then the only thing that can happen to the Ravens, which I don't hope doesn't happen, but injuries will kill them. That's our only path to winning the fucking division. And what's sad is it's a realistic possibility.
High-end talent.
High-end talent.
High-end talent, then 9-7-1 record.
Alex, I don't know if you heard too. We were talking about Antonio Brown. He was last spotted today in the Middle East.
No comment. The Jets training camp, apparently, well, at least reporting the training camp starts on the 22nd of July.
A little over a month.
So Garrett Whitlock is going to come in the game, the former Yankee, and Anthony Volpe will be the ghost runner.
Still a dumbass rule. How many years later?
Fuck goofball baseball.
And the Yankees will still find themselves into a double play situation. Jason Dominguez, 237, 6 home runs, 25 ribbies.
By the way, Alex, if you didn't hear from our commentary earlier, Volpe pulled another Jeter. He did the throw again like yesterday.
Oh, at least he didn't do like fucking Jazz Chisholm. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Dummy head. Anyway.
I would say, I haven't gotten your opinion yet about the fact that Jazz is actually hitting. How do you feel about it, Alex? Because I know how you feel about his uppercut swing.
Oh, I love his uppercut swing. Well, let's see how long it lasts. Then I'll give him his flowers. Because he's hitting a good 304 in the last 7, so.
When he's on the field.
Disengagement by Whitlock. I wish the Yankees would have kept him. Garrett Whitlock. I'm a big fan of his.
Oh, I would have taken him over Stroman. I know that much.
Well.
Sorry, Marcus Stroman. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, but...
Pitch. Dominguez fouls.
I just find it how it's always a crazy coincidence that every time somebody has an embarrassing outing, all of a sudden they're injured. Not trying to promote conspiracies here, but...
No, it's old PR.
It happened with Stroman. If you remember, it happened with Gary Sanchez that day he didn't hustle to first.
Yeah.
Cost us a game. There's been a couple other instances, too.
Pitch to Dominguez. High, 1-2. Gotta do math.
Better than meth. Don't do drugs.
You are right about that. You are right. When you're right, you're right.
Drugs are bad. Good.
1-2 to Jason Dominguez. The pitch. Fouled away. He stays alive.
They got Justin Wilson warming up in the pen.
Ew.
Another ex-Yankee.
I didn't even know he still pitched.
I forgot he existed. I'm going to be completely transparent.
I didn't realize he still pitched till I was filling out the scorebook earlier.
1-2. Runner goes. Throw down. Not in time. And they want to challenge that, possibly.
Let me see.
The throw definitely beat him. A replay. I think he's safe by a little bit. I think he's safe.
I'll have to take a look at it.
Alex, I'm responding to what our friend said in that chat. You can actually reconfirm if you want to add to that. Because I think you'll know
check
who
that
I'm
out in
talking.
just a second.
I think you'll know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's safe. That tag is too high.
Yeah. No, I agree with Luca. If he tags him on the hand, yeah, but it would take a. Are they challenging it? No.
Yeah, he was clearly safe.
He was clearly safe. Okay. Okay. What are we waiting on?
They're still reviewing this?
I think they're actually going to... Did they call him out? I think they called him out.
Volpe had a smile on his face. I think he knew it was coming.
He was safe, no?
I need to see a replay.
I'm sorry. I don't know about that.
Let's see. He's safe. How the hell you called him out?
And this is where we lose.
We're gonna lose because of that.
Right,
How is he out?
Bro, what? His fucking left hand clearly touches before the glove.
How is he out?
What did they see that they could challenge that?
Fouled away.
Bro, that's bullshit.
If I'm Boo, why don't I go say, yo, what did you see?
Well, it's not them that saw it.
I'm
How
really
is
in.
he-
I don't know.
How is he out?
My math is not mathing on another angle, but anyway. I don't know.
What the fuck? That's all I could say.
And Dominguez strikes out 2-away.
I agree, Taco. Well, because it's extra innings, so he's a fast runner. I don't hate the idea of him stealing. I just think it was a stupid fucking call.
He was literally safe.
Dominguez, that was a strike. I get you're pissed, but that was right
top
there.
of the zone.
Foul ball to the right side by LeMahieu. LeMahieu thought it was fair. You know, the Yankees will have possibly 3 outs before even getting 3 hitters up. I just realized that. Hold on.
What?
Actually, you're right. How the fuck does that work? Well, it's like a matter. Ah, you motherfucker.
It's that's a close call. I want to see a replay.
That's a fair ball. That's clearly a fair ball.
I want to see a replay first. Brad Ausmus is calling them again.
That one's tough.
Oh, that's right on the line. Almost.
That's
I
a
don't
fair
think you can.
ball.
I don't think there's going to be enough
challenge.
I don't know that there's enough there.
I don't think there is enough. Personally,
That's a fair ball.
Yeah, tell us.
They need to zoom in.
It doesn't hit exactly on the line, but he hits the chalk.
I don't think.
I mean, you could see a little indent where it would have hit. So,
why? Here's my question: why is that the only camera angle?
Yeah, they're not going to change it from that camera angle because that's not clear enough. Fucking Boston.
No, that's not going to get overturned. I'm just telling you right now, that's not getting overturned.
It literally nicks the line. There you go. There you go.
Are they showing another angle at least?
I don't think it's going to get. I don't think it's going to get overturned.
I don't think so either. If they, hold on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
6.
no, that Luca's right. That is a hit,
2.
but I don't think. Yeah, DJ did touch first. I don't think they're going to change that. If they're going to call Anthony Volpe out, they're not giving us this call. God, these 2 fucking reviews have been longer than the last 2 innings.
It's like I'm watching like the inner workings of the NFL draft.
No, this feels like waiting out that rain delay in that Giants game.
Sean, we don't compare things to that, okay?
Not yet.
No, never.
You say that now, you forget what this team is capable of?
Sean, it will be instant death.
Yes, it will be.
Not the death that we saw that day. Okay?
Can we get a fucking ruling, please? I got work in the morning.
Yeah, I got work in the morning too.
Me too.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about calling out. I really don't want to go in tomorrow. I have a personal day and I kind of want to use it.
But just say it's a mental health day and the Yankees caused it.
No, my boss won't accept that because one of the corporate people is a Red Sox fan. So,
well, they may understand your situation a little.
No, they won't.
Luca, what do you think?
No, I don't think they'll understand.
So you should have just played along with it.
All right, Luca. You know what? It might be.
They called it foul.
Aaron Boone is red hot. He is red hot with this umpire.
That's 2 fucking calls they took from us.
Calls. He's arguing with Johnson Payne. He's arguing with the crew chief, Chris Conroy.
I'm pretty sure he got tossed already.
Boone is
That's
upset.
fucking
He may have
bullshit.
been ejected already. He
They
is
just threw the
pissed
gum
off
at
to the
him.
call down the first base line, and he's arguing with Jeremy Rehack from a mile away.
You took the fucking stolen base from us, even though it was clearly safe. You take the fucking foul ball, which was clearly fair. You can't tell me they don't got fucking money on this.
He is still pissed about the call. He's arguing with Chris Conroy, the crew chief. It is I can't. Oh, he was ejected by John Tempane.
Fucking stupid.
How do you
And then you wonder why these umpires get no fucking respect. They're fucking assholes.
I saw his lips. He said, "No fucking way. That's bullshit." And he flicked his gum.
I'll say this for the record. I do not like Aaron Boone, but I don't blame him for being upset.
He will. You know what? I give him credit. He at least stands up for his players. But this is fucking ridiculous. It's every fucking game. You get stupid shit like this.
He said to Jeremy Rehack and John Tempane, "See it. It's right there." So the Yankees will be without their manager for the rest of the game.
You fucking pussy. Yeah, I said it. I hope this gets fucking taken down. Fuck you.
That's fucking bullshit.
Well, disgruntled.
Let me tell you. I'll tell you this.
Exactly, Taco. But that's the thing. This was taken a review, and they still fucked it up. Both of them.
I'm more pissed about the third base one. I mean, a single's a single, but I'm more pissed about that third base one.
Fucking outs right there. That would. Never mind. I can't even think straight.
But congratulations, Taco, on that new job.
Congratulations. Sorry.
Is it? Are you going to become an umpire? We might need you here.
That's such shitty ass calls. Like the third base one, I don't get it all. He was clearly safe. I don't know what evidence you had to determine that he was out.
The only way we get saved is LeMahieu puts one over the fucking wall. We need some like 2019 magic right here.
And then I clearly pointed out from the start that was a fair ball. It hit the right side of the foul line.
Look, that was close.
It was close.
The first ball was not close. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I would have. If I was an umpire, I would have called the foul ball foul because
I'd rather be unemployed.
That's too close. But that call at third base, how do you determine that?
Somebody said we are witnessing larceny at Fenway Park
again. We need a LeMahieu dinger right here.
Like, how do you? I don't want to keep saying like, how do you screw that up? But like, it's dead ass obvious.
LeMahieu will face a 3-2 count in a very extended inning due to replay reviews. Pitch.
Dumbass replay reviews.
Ground ball right to first base. They'll take it themselves, and we'll go to the bottom of the 10th. It's a tie game. You better be fixing games, Taco, for a lot of money.
What is Scott Foster and DJ LeMahieu's talking right at the first base umpire, who's blind as fuck.
Blind piece of shit. I mean, you could see. Look, even if. Oh, he just chucked DJ. What the fuck,
bruh?
What a fucking pussy!
Are you serious? It's pussy. DJ LeMahieu. Are you wow?
What a fucking clown!
Wow. Get the hell out of here. Get
Bro barely said a fucking word to the guy.
Are you serious?
Bro barely said
the fucking game to Boston. That's all you fucking did. You could see the fucking indent where the ball lands, and yet you're going to call that a foul ball.
Bro barely said a word.
He didn't say a fucking word. You have to be so soft as an MLB umpire. Like, I get it. Boone was ejected for arguing. It's fucking DJ LeMahieu.
And then you wonder why, like, who was it? Taco. I think, this is why we need. This is why you want robo umps. Everybody's like, "Oh, I want the human element. I want the human element." Is this what you fucking want? Because it's ruining the fucking game. You had a
'Cause the
great
MLB
game
doesn't have
going
balls.
into the ninth, and then you fuck it up with this bullshit extra inning nonsense.
Who the fuck is gonna come in for LeMahieu?
And let me tell you something. It's literally replay. It's not like back in like pre-2014 where okay, we make the call, they argue, get thrown out. You actually you put in a
They showed the
challenge
camera.
system.
They had like 8 people surrounded by the camera.
You actually have a chat. You have an enhanced challenge system that can verify whether the guy was out or you overturned the guy was safe or this, that, and so forth. How do you
Fucking
have
moron.
replay?
What an asshole.
You can't convince me they don't have fucking money on this.
He did he fucking threw him out because he put. That's some
Watch
soft.
this. Just show the fucking replay. He just shook his head. That's all he did. He shook his fucking head and he throws him out. What a fucking asshole. Should have fucking broke his teeth right then and there. Don't show your face in New York. And they put in Pablo Reyes because that's going to save the fucking day like he did yesterday.
How can you be so soft? Pitches inside to Jaron Duran.
I didn't know. I didn't know the fans came to Fenway Park to fucking see you.
Ground ball. This will get the runner to third, and he is out at first.
And Zach Clay wins it.
And I'm pretty sure I'm right on this.
There's Devers.
That was LeMahieu's first ejection of his career.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Honestly, Taco, I wouldn't even bet against that, to tell you the truth. I really wouldn't.
Unfucking believable. And Devers is going to walk.
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think it's a money thing. I genuinely think they're shit. I genuinely think they're that bad.
Oh, I don't disagree. I really fucking don't.
Either way, MLB does an absolute shit job of holding them accountable. They never have I ever, and this really goes through all 3 sports, but you just never see these guys held accountable. You know what's interesting, right? I could say all 3 sports guys, but the reason I say MLB is because they suck with viewership. They're the worst out of those 3 with viewership, and this is what you're going to present to the fans.
Oh yeah, because Rob Manfred does an amazing job at promoting the game.
Oh, absolutely. Scott Efros is in the bullpen, by the way.
Yeah, still is. I think, what is it, him and Devin Williams, that's all that's left?
Yeah, and then
you're basically going to have to ask Tim Hill to go several innings here if we actually go that far.
I don't...
Somebody said on Twitter, keep throwing people out because you suck at your job.
So Cody Bellinger is coming into the huddle, which makes me think he's going to go ahead and is he going to come out of the game, or is he going to go to first base?
You might want to put in Trent Grisham here.
No, instead we're switching gloves.
Okay.
And Bellinger's going to play first base.
Don't tell me we're putting 5 people in the fucking infield.
Oh, we are.
Oh my god.
Guys, you know what? I'm sorry, Luca. I'm gonna take this down because I don't want to get spoiled.
Go ahead. Let me stop sharing.
I'll make a graphic if that's easier.
A banner, yeah, sure.
If the ball gets hit to the outfield, the game's over.
You're telling me Paul Goldschmidt?
Who said it? I think it was Jacob that said over fucking managing. Well, here you go. There's over fucking managing.
I want to know who made this call. Like, okay, we get it. Boone was ejected. LeMahieu because the umpire sucks.
If you're so worried about the runner coming home, wouldn't it just make more sense to put in Trent Grisham?
Swing and a miss.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't.
Like, I don't understand why teams... This all started during COVID. I don't understand why teams do this.
Well, we know we can't blame Boone because he's not in the fucking
No,
game
that's
anymore.
the front office doing that.
Well, yeah, the analytics people. Again.
Mike Fishman, Damon Oppenheimer, Kevin Reese.
You know what? I'm calling it now. There's going to somehow be a base hit through the infield.
Oh, I hope somebody
Only the fucking Yankees will find a way to lose like that.
They're going to lose with 2 outs. Fouled away. Unfucking believable. Such shit. That's disgraceful.
Somebody says, "I wish." Somebody said, I wish I could suck at my job without repercussions."
Yeah, right.
The job security.
I get yelled at if I forget to do something. They can get away with fucking murder.
What's Luca? What's from Jets world? What's Adam's quote?
Stupidity and stubbornness.
No. About like job security. What do they have?
Oh, they have. Damn, hold on. You gotta let me cook. Hold on.
That's basically what I said, Taco. It would be. Oh, that is a strikeout. Okay. So that's basically what I say. You can't call it Boone magic. This is just front office magic.
The term was guaranteed jobs.
Yeah, they have guaranteed jobs. I mean, look how long they let Angel Hernandez fucking be an umpire.
Well, that wasn't entirely on them. Remember that lawsuit?
Oh yeah,
they could have.
Can't put all of that on MLB, but I get what you're trying to say.
Who most of it? 0-1 to Narvaez, fouled away. 0-2.
If there's gonna be somebody who ends it, it's gonna be Narvaez.
This game's gonna last till 4 in the morning, and that's when I have to be at work.
I actually only gotta be until 10 because they put me on a mid shift.
Because Sean is mid.
Well, it's Pennsylvania. Everybody's mid here. They think they're all above it, but they're all mid.
Pitch in the dirt. Put my charger in my laptop.
Just want to emphasize, Yankee fans, if we get out of this, you cannot blame the umpires. Unless they pull some bullshit in the 11th.
No.
What?
Pitch from Hill. Popped up to the right side. It'll reach the seats. One and two. 18 pitches for Hill. Fouled away.
Somebody said he should have pissed in the ump's face.
I mean, that would be a skill to be able to do that on command.
Yeah, just like, that'd be...
That's a skill I would not want.
Yeah, I don't
actually have to go.
You could be like Cartman in that one episode when he didn't want to fight Wendy, take a shit on the desk. Fly ball, left center field. This may do it, and it will. It is a double off the wall. The Yankees lose 2-1. Tim Hill gives up the go-ahead walk-off RBI double by former Yankee catcher Carlos Narvaez, and the Yankees lose the first game of the series in an interesting 10 innings.
What did I tell you?
And I have this.
All right, Alex, stop that for a second. I want you to clip this right now. Screen record this right now. Put the camera on me, okay? I got a message.
Hold on.
I got a message for this. For all you Boston cocksuckers, you start it now, whenever you're ready.
Well, I mean, I'm going to record this, so just start talking.
Boston fans, don't you think for a second you earned this fucking victory. You were fucking gifted to this. And to MLB and to the MLB crew in New York City, fuck you too. Fuck you. Fucking assholes. All of you. And you wonder why MLB's going down the fucking tubes. But hey, we got a strike coming up, so, enjoy it while you have it, because after next year, don't be surprised if half your fan base is gone because they don't fucking give a shit anymore and they're tired of everything you have done to us. Everything.
That's right. Sean's absolutely right. There is going to be a work stoppage next year.
And Rosenthal basically said it.
Yeah. So, fuck you. Fuck you, MLB. And Boston, don't think for a second you could talk any shit after tonight. You want to talk shit about last week? Fine. You took last week. We still got 2 games to go. You know what? I won't say nothing about the next 2 days. Let's see what happens.
You're a fourth place team, though, if we're being
It
honest.
doesn't matter. We can't be losing to these fucking guys. They
Appreciate it,
gifted
Jordan.
them this fucking game. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, December 3rd. That's when the CBA ends. So
Yeah, and then we go back into baseball hell.
yeah, like we did in 2021.
2021, 2022. That was
That was not fun at all.
dude. That was awful.
Because we came off a season where coincidentally we lost the Red Sox and we had nothing to talk
We
about.
gifted everything away. We could have had at least 20 more wins, but no, let's punt because God forbid we sweep a series.
Or Gleyber Torres at shortstop. Remember?
I'm disgusted. This is easily one of the most disgusting losses of the year.
It's just like I don't feel good either way. Like, yeah, they lost. I just don't.
Well, they didn't deserve to win from the start.
Well, no, they didn't.
But
I just
the fact that they had to be gifted the fucking loss does not make it any better.
I'm just not happy in which the way they lost. Like, I'm not. I really don't get emotional too much about this team anymore. It's just like the way they lost.
But again, you can't even put this. You can't put that 10th inning all on the team.
No, because
what are we supposed to do there?
Third base call is
the third base call and the foul ball call. Okay, maybe the foul ball call was 50-50, but you know what? I'm sorry. Anthony Volpe was clearly fucking safe. I don't know.
Big sigh is my words. I guess I'll go around for final thoughts. Luca, you're first.
I can't lie. For the first however many innings of this game, it was a nice little pitcher's duel. I enjoy every once in a while. I do enjoy a good pitcher's duel. I must say. Sucks that we lost. Incredibly frustrating when it's complete. Like again, I'll say this for the record. I'm not. This is not Monday morning quarterback shit. This is like rules of baseball, cardinal sins. Usually, you shouldn't steal third with nobody out to be the first out. That's technically a cardinal sin. But he was safe at third base if we're being objective, clearly. I don't know how you overturn that call. He was clearly, that left hand was clearly on the bag when he was tagged.
What did they see that made them say, oh, yeah, he's safe?
And if anything, the saying always goes, the tie goes to the runner. Yes. Even if LeMahieu gets out, I still believe, like, if, I don't know. You know what? It's not even worth saying.
No, you're not wrong. I mean, you're not guaranteed a run there. I mean, Luca, we saw it earlier. First and third, nobody out. They couldn't fucking score. So nothing was guaranteed. But you still took an opportunity away from us.
Yes.
Continue. I apologize.
It's okay. It's like, I was about to say, like, even if LeMahieu, let's say that ball was fouled, the Yankees challenged, and the same result. Like, I think they would have gotten the run across, honestly, but it's so bad how MLB umpiring is. And I literally stated, you have had enhanced replay and developing technology for the past 10 years. You can't get that right. It's one thing if you didn't get the foul ball right. The dude was clearly safe at third base. Clearly.
And to the first base umpire, fuck you still. After throwing out fucking LeMahieu. That was so fucking stupid.
I hope someone pisses in his Cheerios and spits in his coffee.
That was almost as dumb as the fucking judge ejection years ago or last year.
I got nothing else to say. MLB umpiring sucks. There's no surprise. I'm not gonna say no surprise that it sucks, but it's like no surprise because no officiating, no league anywhere holds their officiating accountable, but the MLB umpires are horrible. It's like they're not even trained properly. They're oversensitive. They're ego-driven.
I was going to say, Luca, the saddest part is they're still the best amongst some of the major sports. If you really think about it.
Well, yeah.
NBA games get changed all the time because of bad officiating. The NFL, I don't even think we need to have a discussion there. The only one I really can't say for is hockey because I don't watch enough of it to say, but you get the point.
Yeah, that's my final thoughts.
Sean?
You know what? I'm not going to sit here and Alex, talk first.
Yeah. All right. So while Sean's doing his thing, I looked to not next week. I know, obviously. What was I going to say? We talked about not having a stream next week. I'm looking to come back the week after, do a Yankee stream, kind of like this one. Vinny is dealing with some stuff on the side. I don't know if Sean talked about that, but I'm not going to really go into that. Hope all's well on his end, of course. Let's see. So it's not the 21st. It'd be like the weekend of like the A's series. Yeah, we could probably get something done there. Depending on a few things. So I do want to do these Yankee streams a little bit more often. And as I said, within the next 3-ish weeks, do expect some sort of an announcement as I get this fucking
phone call. Telemarketer.
You never know.
No, it was, as I said, I'm downstairs, so my grandfather got a call from somebody, and I forgot to unplug the phone. Or the phone, I don't know. Anyway, so just look for an announcement next 3 weeks, but we want to get some Yankee streams out before, just for the time being.
Sean, I don't know if you guys viewed this comment. I mistake if you did already, but he's got a point. If you can't give the umpires a chance to make shit calls, the Yankees, as Sean brought up in the 5th or 6th inning, had that runners on the corner situation. They did absolutely nothing with it.
Well, and that's pretty much going to lead right into what I was going to say is I don't want Yankee fans to sit here and cry we got robbed, because we didn't. We'd still beat ourselves tonight with that example of runners on first and third, nobody out. They didn't fucking do anything with it. It just the offense itself didn't wake up until Aaron Judge in the 9th inning. So the Yankees can't sit here and act like, oh, we need to play victim because the umpire screwed us. No, you still lost the game. But with that being said, Boston still doesn't have a right to talk shit either because they were gifted tonight's win. So neither side should have anything to say about this one. Nothing. I don't give a shit. And MLB, again, this is just another product of you destroying. How do you build from this? I mean, you're destroying the game year by year. First off, this Volpe situation should have never fucking happened to begin with because you should have never been on second base. I'm going to go on a whole tangent, so I'm going to stop right there. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the stream. As I said, in about 2 weeks, we should be back with another Yankee stream, hopefully. And we'll keep you updated from there. Like, comment, subscribe. Gangrene Crons, this channel, Pitchers, Pile Drivers, Knicks Cast. Thank you guys so much.
Good night, guys.
All the good stuff. Fuck Boston.